down the toilet and doing everything he can to play better and keep improving every single week. And that's what elite people do, elite teams do. They're able to focus and concentrate day after day after day after day. And he's stacking up good days on top of each other. You're going to improve and be the very best you can possibly be. So the guys, I thought we had a good week of practice. And in this Big 12, you got to do that every single week. Everybody's pretty darn good. And we just want to keep striving to play that perfect game.
Willie, you were talking about getting some different guys involved. When you were coaching and managing a roster, you were thinking about some red shirts and whatnot and getting guys in and maybe burning them. I don't know if that's even a possibility much anymore because of the portal and guys moving left and right. But do you, especially for the kids you have recruited that you said maybe they're not ready to go just yet, but we can sneak them in, are you spending as much time, you and your staff, about who's playing red shirts, or is that just the kind of a thing of the past now?
No, we do talk about that. I tell all our guys, all hands on deck at the beginning of the year. I said anybody who's wanted to play just 4 games and then decide to redshirt, just go ahead and head on out the door. We want everybody all in for the Cougs. But when you start getting to this point of the year and the guys only played a little bit, that does come into your thought process. So there's a few guys that will end up being redshirted, but I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know, where we're going to be at in 2, 3, 4 weeks. So we just want everybody all in on the 2025 Cougs.
Well, you got an Arizona team coming in, a double overtime loss to BYU. As you looked at that game tape, they played a late night game. A thought or two about what they did well, and do you anticipate another game like that where they could come down to a final possession late in the contest?
Yeah, possibly could. They had a long game. They had a rain delay. I think the game actually lasted, over 5 hours from the beginning to the very end. They were up, and BYU did a great job of getting a field goal, I think, with 5 minutes to go, and then scoring with just a few seconds left to send it into overtime. But this is a very talented Arizona team. The quarterback probably going to end up being their all-time leading passer in school history, and they've had a lot of great quarterbacks out there at Arizona, and good receiving core. They've run the ball very successfully. Defensively, they really throw a lot at you. They're 3-man front, 4-man front. They'll bring guys from the second level. They're a blitz. They'll drop defensive linemen at times. So it's a team we've really had to study early in the week. Just with our scout team to make sure those guys line up properly and give our guys a good look.
And the kids now acclimated to this early start time. We had the 11 o'clock kickoff last week in Stillwater. No plane trip this time around, but still a fairly early wake-up call for the boys.
Yeah, we practice every morning. So we start our meetings at 7 a.m. So tell our guys we get to sleep in a little bit. So I think they're excited about it.
Willie, thank you for the time. By the way, a 6th win gets this Cougar football program back to the bowls, and that's something we need to be on a regular basis. I don't know if that's a huge thing for your kids that are in that locker room now, but for an alumni base that has seen some leaner times, it's a pretty big accomplishment you could be getting here on this game against the Wildcats.
Well, our big goal, obviously, is to win this week. We just want to do that every single week. We, do the very best we can, keep improving, and good things will happen for Houston.
Now the Cougars and the Wildcats are about to enter the field here, so let's get ourselves ready for all the action. Kevin, Ted, and Jeremy will have the call next here from TDECU Stadium as you listen to Houston football from Learfield.
This is Willie Fritz, head coach of the Houston Cougars and proud TDECU member. Representing Space City means having a strong team on and off the field. TDECU is the trusted financial partner for U of H and the Houston community, offering tools that help you grow from game day to every day. Apply to become a member today at tdecu.org/UH. Insured by NCUA, membership required.
Does it feel like your current electricity provider is running up the score on your bill? Rhythm Energy is here to change the game. They're bringing good energy to the Cougars with 100% green electricity plans that are easy to understand and simple to manage. No confusing plays, no hidden penalties, just reliable power you can count on. And when you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll score big with $100 in bill credits, a win designed just for Cougars fans. It's time to elevate your energy with Rhythm Energy, where supporting your team also means supporting renewable power for Texas. So don't wait until the clock runs out. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH today to grab this exclusive deal. That's gotrhythm.com/UH. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Cougar fans, I'm attorney Stuart J. Guss, and I'm a proud University of Houston alum. And just like the Cougars, my team and I know what it takes to win. For over 30 years, we've been fighting for Houstonians injured in car accidents, and we never back down from the insurance companies. If you're hurt in a big accident or small, you can trust Gus to get you the best results. Call 866-TRUST-GUS or visit trustgus.com.
From Learfield.
Yeah, go Cougs, man. Goes left is picked off at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, pick 6.
We're proud to represent the city.
35-40, he's at midfield, one man to beat at the 40, the 30, the 15, the 10, 5, touchdown, Houston.
The Houston Sports Network.
Let's go.
This is Cougar Football, brought to you by TDECU, the trusted financial partner of UH. The Joint. We've got H-Town's back. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of University of Houston Athletics. And by Bullpen Marketing. Dominate the merch game. Visit bullpenmarketing.com for more information. Now, alongside Ted Pardee, here's the voice of Houston Cougars football, Kevin Eschenfelder.
And from TDECU Stadium on the campus of the University of Houston, Houston Cougar football is on the air. Homecoming 2025 is here, and the Cougars getting set to take on the Wildcats of the University of Arizona. Arizona coming in 4-2, 1-2 in conference play. The Cougars are 5-1 and 2-1 against the league. Big game coming up here today. We'll join Jeremy Branham on the sideline in just a moment. Ted Pardee joins me here in the booth. And Ted, big game for both of these teams. You got to find out exactly where they are as a team for the rest of the way as you cross the halfway point, and now you start to get into that stretch run of the 2025 season.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of grind time right now. You've got 6 games under your belt. You're at the halfway, looking downhill at this point, and every game in conference counts right now. And to be honest with you, it's not an easy conference to compete in. This Arizona team that's kind of gone through some changes over the past couple of years has looked solid this year. So Cougs are going to have their hands full today. I think there's some advantages that the Cougars have. Obviously, there's, some players that we'll talk a lot about, but don't forget the weather, my friend. Yep. It is nice and humid here today.
It is extremely, an absolute downpour. About 35 minutes ago here at TDECU Stadium. Now the sun has come out. It's kind of a sun-splashed afternoon, but one thing about it, when you get that rain and then the sun comes back out, you know what the humidity can be like here in Houston.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona, obviously, they call them playing in the desert for a reason. There's a big cactus on the side of their helmet, and they're not used to this. We'll see how this plays out. Arizona playing just its second road game of the season. They went to Iowa State, got beat there, so this is just the second time that they have played away from Tucson.
Yeah, and again, then the 2-hour time change, right? I mean, that's gonna affect these guys early morning. 11 o'clock's an early kickoff anyway, let alone if this was West Coast time, which is what Arizona's on right now. You're looking at a 9 a.m. kick for them in their body clock. But listen, there's a lot of talent over there. We'll talk about their offense. We'll talk about that Arizona defense, that swarming defense. But look, Cougars are going to have their hands full. Going to be a great game.
All right, coin toss is coming up. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield. Back here at TDECU Stadium, the Cougars and Wildcats ready to go as we head down onto the field. See if we can listen in for the coin toss. Here's referee Kevin
Arizona,
Boykman.
You're the visitors. You'll call the toss. This is heads and tails.
Heads and tails. What is your call? Tails? The call is tails. And it's heads. You've won the toss. Houston has won the toss. We'll defer their option to the second half. You'll receive. Which way do you want to kick?
Well, the Cougars on a roll winning these coin tosses.
Arizona will receive. Good luck, men.
Arizona will get the football first. The Cougars will be on defense to start this game here today. Set the starting lineup: Khalil Lafau and Carlos Allen, the interior linemen. Latrevian McCutcheon and Eddie Walls will get the start as far as on the edges. You'll also see plenty of Brandon Mack and Darius Washington as well. Will linebacker is Corey Platt Jr. He and Jalen Gardner will be filling that spot. The Mike linebacker, Sione Fotu, as Christian Brathwaite getting some run as well. That star backer is Mark Stampley and Rook Brown. Corners are Latrell McCutcheon, Will James, and Zelmar Vetter. The safeties, Jordan Allen, Kentrell Webb. Blake Thompson will get some run as well. Noah Fafita is the quarterback for this Arizona team, the junior out of Huntington Beach, California, as Chris Hudson and Javin Watley are there. Big receivers in this lineup. Luke Wysong and Chris Hunter will also be catching passes as well. Sam Olsen is the tight end for the Arizona Wildcats. Arizona 4-2, started the season with wins over Hawaii, Weber State, and then a 23-17 win against Kansas State. But then they went on the road for the first time, lost to Iowa State. Last week coming off a loss to BYU. A strange game in the desert as they were down 14, scored 24 unanswered to go up by 10, and had a 14-point lead in the second half, and got beat in overtime.
A little questionable call in overtime as well. I know, again, my Arizona connections have informed me they were a little miffed by some of the things that happened there. But I'll tell you, again, an Arizona team that went down to the wire with a good BYU team. So, lots of with a good Utah. That's what you call quality opponent here that the Cougars have today.
Javin Watley is back deep for Arizona. Uniform here today. Not kind of. Cream-colored uniform today for Arizona. Bright red helmets, cream on top, cream pants as well, with the red stripes along the shoulder pads and red numerals trimmed in navy blue for Arizona. Cougars in their familiar all red today with the white headgear, Cougars written on either side in script, red jerseys, red pants with white numbers, and we are underway here in Houston. Zach Yoakum kicks it away, and it'll go through the back of the end zone. It'll come out to the 25-yard line where Noah Fafita will be bringing his offensive unit out onto the field. The junior, as I said, from Huntington Beach, all-time third on the Arizona leading passer list. Comes into this one with 59 career touchdown passes, 63% on the season is his completion rate, and he's thrown for better than 1,500 yards. As first down at 10 for Arizona. I was waiting on the running back. They are going to go with Ismail Mahdi. Ismail Mahdi, a transfer from Texas State. He stands over the right shoulder of Fafita. Fafita takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Fafita wants to throw, has time to throw. Now the pocket breaks down, and he goes down. A sack on the first play of the game as Brandon Mack got there. That is a NCAAF sack to start this game for the Cougars.
Well, I mentioned it in pregame. I said, look, you're going to have to be really careful with Fafita. He is a talented quarterback. He's got the ability to scramble. And let me tell you, Brandon Mack took care of business, got after the quarterback.
Loss of 5 on the play, second down at 15. Fafita this time wants to run it himself. Quarterback draw, gets into the secondary, gets some of that back and some. Picks up 10 out to the 30-yard line where he is hit and brought down there. But pick up 10 yards, it'll be third down and 5.
So see, there you go. I mean, just like that, he rattles up 10 yards, Kevin. He's dangerous quarterback. I mentioned it earlier. Let's not forget, he averages personally 270 yards per game himself of offense. That's his average.
Third down and 5 for Arizona. Opening drive of the game. They have it at their own 30-yard line as Fafita stands in a shotgun formation. Claps his hands together twice. Takes the snap. Looks left. Hit in the backfield. Gets away. Now throws, and it is caught at the 50, the 40. A foot race to the end zone. Cougars are not going to catch him. Touchdown, Arizona. Found the opening. Trey Spivey takes it 70 yards, and Arizona strikes first.
There you go. You got to respect that quarterback. Fafita is very talented. He will get you with his legs. He can run, but he's got a really good arm. And Cougars get busted. They get caught playing man-to-man coverage on the back end. When one guy misses, it's all over. Yep. 6.
It was Mark Stampley who had Fafita by the ankles, and Fafita was able to pull away from that. He found the open man, and 70 yards later, Arizona is on top. Takes no time for Arizona to get into the end zone. The Cougars are going to be playing catch-up here today. 13:42 to play in the first quarter. Arizona coming up with a big play to start this game. They lead Houston 7-0. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Your Barbasol shave is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. The big game is on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hey, Houston. I'm attorney Stuart J. Gus. Houston is my hometown, and for 30 years, my team and I have been right here, helping our neighbors who've been hurt in car accidents. We're more than lawyers. We are part of this community. We know how to deal with the insurance companies, and we'll stand by you every step of the way. Together, we are a team. If you're injured in an accident, you can trust Gus. Call 866-TRUST-GUS or visit trustgus.com.
Well, Houston Cougar football is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. We offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. Well, not exactly the way the Cougars wanted to get this game started as Arizona leads at 7-0. Let's go down onto the field and check in with Jeremy Branham. Jeremy.
Thank you, Ash. It is warm down here. A little storm falling just before kickoff brought a lot of moisture, so humidity is pretty prevalent right now on the field. Also, it's slick, though, something to keep an eye on. It is that turf surface, as we all know, and it is pretty slick right now because of that storm that came through, guys.
Yep. Trey Spivey takes it 70 yards for Arizona, capping a 3-play, 75-yard drive. Just a minute 18 off the clock as Arizona leads it now 7-0. Spivey, he has 10 catches now. That was his 5th touchdown reception of the season. So half of the times he catches the football, he scores. And scored big right there. So now Ian Wagner will tee it up for Arizona to our left as Arizona will be kicking from left to right. Leading 7-0. 13:42 to play in this first quarter. Now the Cougar offense is going to have to get rolling. There's going to be a kind of a 6-man rotation that will run through that offensive line. Pancake Hunter, the man in the middle. Wyckoff and Jason Brooks, the guards. Dalton Merriman and Alvin Abasile are the tackles. You'll also see a lot of Mackenzie Agnello. In fact, he might start. It's just a matter of who they're going to run out there and when. Arizona will kick it from left to right. Cougars will get the football for the first time here today. And Mekhi Muse is back deep, and here is the kick. And this guy's a touchback machine, and it does it again here. Bounces about 7 yards deep in the left corner of the end zone and out through the back of the end zone. Comes out to the 25-yard line. Connor Wigman, the junior quarterback from Bridgeland, Texas, or Bridgeland High School here in the Houston area. He brings his offensive unit out of the field. Dean Connors is the running back. Kobe Young, Harvey Broussard, Amari Thomas will be the receivers on this day. You'll also see a lot of Tanner Koziel, the tight end, as well. This time, Koziel is set to the right. First down and 10, Houston. First play of the game for the Cougars, and they go to Dean Connors, and Connors moving to the left. Connors to the 30 and across the 30 out to the 32-yard line as Max Harris makes the tackle for Arizona. A pickup of 6 yards on first down.
And the Cougars going right back to what we call gap running schemes, where you run a pulling guard and then the pulling tight end along with it. Get 2 lead blockers there. Nice job by the Cougar offense.
Now they go with that 2-back set here. Jamarian Burnett and Dean Connors in. Hand it to Burnett left side, and Burnett across the 35, fighting his way to the 40-yard line. He picks up 6 more back-to-back 6-yard runs to start this game for the Cougar offense.
Good to see Jamarian. Listen, he's been dinged up a little bit this year, Kevin. I like seeing him run hard like that. I know he's been feeling a lot better, but wow, what a hard run that was.
Austin Carlisle has checked in as a slot receiver to the right. He's the third-string quarterback. Take a look at what they do here. Football. You got it. Dean Connors dots the I, handed off to Connors, now into the secondary. Connors across the 45, weaving his way out to the 48-yard line. Another gain of 7 yards here. Cougars have gone 6, 6, and 7 right up the middle on these running plays, kind of gashing this Arizona defense right now.
Sorry to talk over you there, but hey, listen, when we see Austin Carlisle out there, he's back off again. But when he goes out there, he runs he's a legit 4.3 40 guy. He is the fastest quarterback in college football right now. When he's at the slot receiver position, that's danger.
3 receivers to the right and 1 to the left, looking right, throwing right, and it is caught at the 45-yard line. 40 fighting to the 40, to the 35, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Thomas caught it at the 40, broke a tackle, and takes it 52 yards, and the Cougars are on the board.
How about that? And just that fast, the Cougars are able to respond with a big-time play. And here's what happens when defenses try to play man-to-man coverage, Kevin. You really can't cover someone like Amari Thomas one-on-one. He really shucks one tackler. They do have a safety over the top, but he has a bad angle of pursuit and actually runs into his own guy. That clears the way for Thomas to score.
Ethan Sanchez with the point after to tie this game. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Amari Thomas, in his last 3 games, 15 catches for 331 yards. That's 22 yards per catch. Well, that will go up after he takes it to the house on the first time he touches the ball here today. And the Cougars on the board. 4 plays, 75 yards, a minute 42 off the clock. That is our drive summary, brought to you by your Houston area Ford dealers, the official truck and SUV of University of Houston Athletics. You want big plays? You've come to the right place.
So didn't we see 4 offensive plays by Arizona?
And
now we saw 4 offensive plays by the Cougars. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 by Arizona. Yep. Forgive me, I had that wrong. But wow, what a way to start. And I like how pumped up the guys get. Connor Wigman ran to the end zone and then jumped into the stands, did the Cullen leap, and high-fived some kids. To me, that's what it's all about.
All right, so Cougars will kick it away for the second time as Zach Yoakum, transfer from Notre Dame, with the ball teed up at the left hash mark, 35-yard line right here in front of us here at TDECU Stadium. Gets his foot into it. This is another deep kick, and it's going to be returnable from the goal line, coming up the field to the 20, to the near side, trying to get around the corner to the 25, hit and brought down at the 26-yard line, and that is the end of the road there. Rook Brown making the tackle on the coverage team for the Cougars as he's able to knock Javin Watley out of bounds. And so now back to the offense for Arizona. 7-7 is our score. Both teams with very quick drives and both teams with big scoring plays. Arizona scored on a 70-yard touchdown reception on their first possession. Cougars answered right back on their first possession. Noah Fafita stands in that shotgun formation. Ismail Mahdi over his right shoulder. He is the running back. They hand the ball to Motti. Motti over the left side. He's into the secondary again. 35 out to the 40. Hit and brought down, but not before he picks up a good gain of 14 yards and an Arizona first down. Both of these defenses getting gashed here early on.
Right in the middle, Kevin. Again, trying to... Arizona's going fast to the ball again, taking advantage of this Cougar defense.
Well, they go running play again this time, and Motti runs right into that interior line. That's the end of the line as Khalil Lafau was able to make that tackle after a 1-yard gain on first down and 10. So that'll be 2nd and 9 for Arizona.
I love the chess match of football. As you know, I geek out on personnel and defensive formation and then offensive responses to that. Cougars are in their mint defense, right? This is the famous Alabama defense. Now, usually you go 2 tight ends to try to beat it. They decided to go 4 wide receivers to try to beat it.
Arizona at its own 43-yard line on 2nd down and 9, 2-by-2 set. Back to pass, Fafita. Fafita has time, looks. Now he'll try to get out of the pocket, dumps it off. It's caught at the 40, after the 45, and Fafita just made that play. Tackle is made at the 49-yard line, and that was where you can really see the elusiveness of Noah Fafita. As it's a pickup of 5 more yards, it'll be 3rd down coming up for Arizona.
Well, it shows you why he's been player of the week multiple years in a row. He's done a lot of great things. Even going back to back when they were in the Pac-12, he was a fantastic quarterback. When you see him though, you're surprised. He's not a huge guy. He's 5'10", 195. But, man, he plays like he's 6'5".
3rd and 4 for Arizona on the minus side of midfield at the 48-yard line. Fafita takes the snap, throws over the middle. It is caught for a first down. It's the tight end tackled immediately. Cameron Barmore, a pickup of 5 on 3rd down and 4.
Good coverage by Kentra Webb. But, again, this is about matchups. And when you look at Cameron Barmore, number 80, he's 6'6", being covered by a 5'11" defensive back. That is a mismatch. You know they're going to go back to that today.
Arizona has converted each and every time they've had a 3rd down here today. 36% on the season. Running play, trying it to the right, nothing doing. Hitting the backfield and driven back. That was Eddie Walls with the tackle. Quincy Craig on the carry as Eddie Walls the 3rd. He's been quiet the last couple of games, but they get to TFL right there, right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, that's where the chess match of defensive formation beats that offensive formation. Arizona tries to run a little zone play, a little outside zone running play, but because the Cougars have that stand-up outside linebacker, right now they've got, they kind of rotate in Latravian McCutcheon and Brandon Mack. So Brandon Mack's done a great job of bookending that, shutting those outside zone plays down.
2nd and 10 from the Houston 46. Wide receiver screen left, caught there at the 40 and pushed out of bounds on the far sideline after a gain of about 6 yards on the plays. Just keeping it simple. Javin Watley with his 27th catch of the season. He takes it out of bounds. It's going to be another 3rd down coming up here for Arizona. They are 2 for 2 on 3rd down here today. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Arizona. They're at the Houston 40-yard line. 7-7 is our score. 8.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
Arizona likes to kind of spread things out a little bit in order to give Fafita the chance to scramble if he needs to. Let's see what happens here.
Spivey wide to the left, Hudson wide to the right. 3rd down and 4 from the 40-yard line. Fafita throws, caught, and Hudson has the first down as he is hit on the right hash mark and brought down immediately. But he's at the 32-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 yards and another Arizona first down as they convert for the 3rd straight time on 3rd down.
Cougars in zone, so just a quick zone pass route. You sit and wait for the ball.
From the 33-yard line of Houston as they run it right up the middle. They go. This time it's Kendrick Risino, and Risino gets across the 30 to the 32. Picks up 5 yards on that play. That's the first time we have seen Risino here today. Risino is a junior transferred from Ole Miss. He was the running back 1 really to start this season, but got hurt after the first game, missed 3 games, and now they're getting him back in. He was good last week against BYU. He went for 90 yards, and he stays in at running back here on 2nd down and 5 from the Houston 28-yard line. Noah Fafita takes the snap, back to pass, 3-step drop out of the gun, now rolls to the right, rolling, throwing, and caught at the 19-yard line. Passing it around right now, stepped out of bounds immediately, did Sam Olson with his first catch. He's a transfer out of San Jose State, and just outside they're going to say just inside the 20-yard line. is this line of scrimmage. It'll be first down and 10 for Arizona.
You know, you mentioned Reesno transferring. A lot of people might remember him. He's a New Caney product. He's a Houston kid. There's a sprinkling of Houston, Texas high school football players on this Arizona roster.
Fafita 6 for 6 in the passing department. First down and 10 from the Houston 19. Fafita will keep it himself off play action. Runs right into a defender at the 12-yard line, and he is tackled there at the 12. Is Jordan Allen making the tackle for the Cougars. But still picking up 5 and 6 yards pop is Noah Fafita right now. That's a 6-yard gain. Second down and 4. Arizona from the 14-yard line. Quick pass caught there. Big move made at the 5, and he'll score into the end zone on the left side. What a great move by Luke Wysong. A 13-yard touchdown. And Arizona regains the lead 13-7.
This is two offenses that are very explosive, that are showing what they can do. Cougar defense really trying to figure out what can they do, both with defensive alignment, but also with getting the right guys on the field to stop this Arizona offensive attack. And, you know, it starts with stopping Fafita.
Here is the point after it is up, and it is good. So 6 minutes and 18 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Well, both teams, every time they've touched it, they've scored. Cougars hoping to do that once again and hold serve when they'll get the football back. But it is 14-7, Arizona. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. As I believe we're going to have an officials timeout. We will. Timeout on the field. We'll take a break. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
I'm attorney Stuart J. Guss. For over 20 years, my team and I have been helping Houstonians injured in car accidents. We're honest, and we know how to deal with the insurance company. The right accident attorney can make all the difference in your case. So if you've been injured in a car accident, big or small, you can trust Gus to get you the best results possible.
Call Stuart J. Gus Injury Accident Lawyers today at 1-866-TRUST-GUS for a free consultation or visit trustgus.com.
Principal Office, Houston, Texas.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Saldana.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate Pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
The 24-monthly bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier. Cancel finance agreement iPhone 17 Pro 256 gigs, $1,099.99 and new line minimum $100 plus a month plan with auto pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 1/8/2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Well, this is Relief. This is personal chiropractic care that starts with an understanding of your specific needs and goals. This is easy. Open evenings and weekends. You can walk in anytime with regular visits costing less than your typical copay. No insurance needed. This is the Joint Chiropractic. Find your relief at a location near you. Looking for some relief down on the field. Jeremy Branham, I know it's warm. You need us to bring in a Gatorade or anything down there?
Yeah, I would love it. Let's see it. Let's see how quickly you can get down here. You know, Willie, like one of the things he likes to talk about, though, is embrace the grind. And that has been something that I'm trying to think about today. Embrace the grind of the Heat. One thing that I remember about Fafita, I'm reminded of it today, too, his elusiveness, very quick, tough to bring down. One thing that he does better than a lot of mobile, smaller quarterbacks, though, he's willing to run through a tackle. And we've seen that a couple of times already.
Yeah, he's listed at 5'10", 195, but it is a powerful 5'10",
no doubt,
195 for Noah Fafita. He is third on the all-time touchdown passing list. That was his 60th, makes 61st of his career. He's also fourth in passing yards, 7,500-plus passing yards in his career. He was the Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year back in 2022. Last year, took a step back, led the conference in interceptions last week, but he has been able to clean that up here this year. Here is the kickoff, a low-line drive that goes out of bounds, and this will come out. That looked like a two-iron that a little bit of a duck hook as it went out of bounds on the far sideline.
Free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
I could have told him that.
Not your 2-iron.
It'll come out.
Matt Thomas's 2-iron.
I don't own a 2-iron. Kidding me?
It's a 1-iron.
No, not that either. All right, first down at 10 for the Cougars. They have it.
Please set the play clock at 25 seconds.
At their own 35-yard line after the kick out of bounds. So Cougars trailing 14-7. Arizona's had it twice. They've scored twice. Cougars have had it once. They've scored once. As Connor Wigman stands in a shotgun formation with Dean Connors, box card to the left. Two receivers at the short side of the field on the right side. Back to pass, quick throw, and it is caught by Koziel at the 41-yard line. It tackled immediately at the 41 as Dalton Johnson at nickelback makes the tackle for Arizona. It's a gain of 7 yards on first down.
I think one thing we're going to need to pay attention to today is let's see how well the defensive backs at Arizona. Let's keep an eye on them. Cramps could be a factor in the third quarter with these guys. They're going to have to cover big time.
2nd and 3. Here's the handoff up the middle, and it just goes nowhere. Runs right into the defender to Jamarian Burnett as Max Harris making the tackle for the Arizona Wildcats. No gain on the play. And it looked like you talked about you get slick on this after the rain. Jamarian Burnett trying to get his footing to get going in that play. Kind of slipped in the backfield, and there was just nothing doing after that.
Middle linebacker Max Harris, 6 foot 230. He's another Texas product. He's out of Mansfield High School. He's at Mansfield Legacy, actually.
Third down and 3 for the Cougars. They're at their 42. Wigman throws, and it's knocked away. Very well defended. He was looking for Koziel over the middle at the 45-yard line, but Genesis Smith came over the top, knocked it away, and the Cougars are going to have to punt.
Yeah, Genesis Smith. He's a bigger, kind of a nickel. They call it their bear player. He's 6'2", 204. That's a better matchup. If you're trying to cover someone like Tanner Koziel, who's 6'7", you've got to put a big body on him. Otherwise, he's going to catch everything.
Luke Wysong is back deep as Liam Doherty, the Australian left footer, will punt this one away. A high end-over-end kick. Wysong calls for the fair catch and makes the fair catch at the 18-yard line, and that is where Arizona will scrimmage. First down and 10, leading by a score of 14-7. Timeout on the field here in Houston on a steamy afternoon. Our score, Arizona 14, Houston 7. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hey, Cougars fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Houston football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics. Let's go, Cougars. SeatGeek.
Gearing up for game day? Look no further than King Ranch Ag and Turf, your trusted source for John Deere equipment. With over a century of John Deere expertise, we're proud to support the hard work of farmers, landscapers, and homeowners. Whether you're mowing your land or managing a job site, we've got the equipment, parts, and service you need, and the team you trust. Visit KingRanchAgTurf.com or stop by one of our 13 dealership locations. King Ranch Ag and Turf, built on tradition, driven by excellence.
Cougar football brought to you by your Houston area Ford dealers. Cougar fans deserve the best, so make the play and take a drive at your Best in Texas Ford dealers, the official truck and SUV of University of Houston Athletics. Cougars have to figure something out here defensively as Arizona has scored on each of its first 2 possessions and quite frankly made it look pretty easy going down the field against a defense that came in here allowing just 18 points per game. This is the 23rd ranked scoring defense in the nation, and they've given up 14 points on the first 2 possessions for Arizona.
Well, and I think it's, obviously the Cougars are looking at some offensive talent that they haven't yet seen this year. I think, Texas Tech brought just a higher level across the board of talent, but when you look at just the skill position players at Arizona, they've got some incredible talent, whether it's Fafita or you want to talk about Ismail Mahdi, who's a fantastic running back. Riscano is also a great running back. They've got big play receivers like Trey Spivey. So, the Cougars are going to have to figure out how do they want to take away what Arizona wants to do. Does Arizona, do you spy the quarterback to shut Fafita down, or do you go ahead and take a chance there by dropping that guy into coverage in order to, you can't do everything, Kevin. You can't stop the coverage or stop the passes and shut down a running quarterback. It causes a lot of problems for defensive coordinators when you have this incredibly athletic quarterback.
Well, Arizona's offensive unit will jog on from the far sideline. Cougars defense from the near sideline. Is Arizona leading 14-7. They'll have first down and 10 at their own 14-yard line after stopping the Cougars on 3 plays. 3 and out for the Cougars. So talk about Ismail Mahdi. He is in at running back, and he is lined up over the right shoulder of Noah Fafita, the Arizona quarterback. Fafita with his hands out in front of the number 1 on the front of his jersey, claps those hands together, takes the snap, hands it off to Mahdi trying over the left side. Mahdi trying to get outside, and does. And Mahdi on the left sideline, hit and knocked down after a gain of a few. C.J. Douglas, the junior transfer from Samford, there to make that stop for the Cougars, but not before what looked like was going to be a play that was going to be a tackle at the line of scrimmage. It's a pickup of 6 yards.
Well, and again, they're trying to get to that outside zone, so that puts a lot of pressure on the defensive ends. Eddie Walls Jr. the third has to set the edge. He can't let anybody get outside of it.
Mahdi stays in at running back. They hand it to Mahdi up the middle, and Mahdi again runs into a swarm. Now gets out to the left, and he picks up the first down. He ran into a sea of red jerseys, then able to bust it outside, and finally Mark Stampley makes the tackle, but at a gain of 11 yards.
Well, then the Cougars had it shut down, trying to do inside zone on the right-hand side, and the defense is there, so he just spills it out to the backside again. On the backside of a play like that, there are backside pursuit rules that the defensive players are supposed to be disciplined and that they need to follow. You can't overrun your pursuit angles, otherwise you let guys break out like that.
First and 10, Arizona at the Wildcat 31-yard line as Arizona moves left to right with a 14-7 lead here in the first quarter. Play action fake. Fafita throwing left, and it is incomplete. Knocked away. Well played by Latrell McCutcheon on the far sideline, and that's the first incompletion for Fafita here today.
Great coverage by McCutcheon there, keeping everything in front of him. Gets out of his back pedal, plants his foot, and is able to reach in and knock the ball out just as the ball is getting to the receiver. That's textbook cornerback play right there.
Fafita 7 for 8 for 116 yards, and now it's second down at 10 for Arizona. Cougars trying to keep it right here at the 31-yard line. Arizona in its own territory. Quick pass left, caught there at the 35, coming up near sideline and knocked out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line. And C.J. Douglas there to make the stop. But still yardage to be gained there for Javin Watley, and Watley takes it ahead for a gain of 8 yards, so it'll be third down and 2.
Well, and again, that screen pass out to the flat, every team does it. It's always about numbers. And pre-snap, you can actually count how many defenders do the Cougars have out there versus how many players are out there. And if you're dead equal to what they have, you are in trouble. You got to get linebackers inside out to make the play.
3rd and 2, Arizona handoff. He's not going to get there, and a flag comes in. A penalty marker comes in as they handed it off to Quincy Craig on 3rd down and 2. A holding penalty coming up against Arizona. I'm sure that the Cougars see after they're probably going to spot the football and see where this is to see if Arizona, they're going to back them up to make it 3rd down and 11, or is it going to be 4th down and 1? Let's see. The ball is in Houston territory at the 39-yard line, so they're going to...
Holding, number 84, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
So they're going to go ahead and back it up. Interesting.
Well, make it 3rd and 10, 11.
Yeah, it'll be 3rd and 11. Let's go down to the field, check in with Jeremy Branham. Jeremy?
I saw a quick conversation between Coach Fritz and Coach Armstrong about this, and I think the fear there was that Arizona would go for it on 4th and short.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt about it. And doesn't matter, though. They're going to back it up 10, so now they'll replay 3rd down. We'll see if it works. 3rd down and 12 for Arizona.
Cougars showing a chop blitz. They pre-snap showed a corner blitz on the left side. Let's see if it's a fake.
From the Wildcat 29-yard line. They need to get to the 41 on 3rd down and 12. Here comes the blitz. Fafita steps up, gets away from the tackler, rolls to the right. Fafita trying to get upfield, and he's hit and brought down short of the line to make. As the Cougars brought the blitz off the edge, Blake Thompson finally made the tackle, but they should have had him back behind the line of scrimmage as Will James came on that corner blitz.
Well, pre-snap, Will James started creeping up, and the receiver actually signals back to Fafita, hey, they're going to run a chop blitz here. He obviously resets, so kind of hides it again. Will James does a good job disguising, but then he takes off untouched. You got to sack the quarterback.
It'll be 4th and 3, so Arizona appears that they're going to punt the football. Isaac Lovinson does punt, and Makai Muse back deep and calls for the fair catch, makes it right at the 20-yard line. That's where the Cougars will get it after their first stop of the game, 41-yard punt. Our score, Arizona 14. Houston 7, 2:05 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Hey Cougs fans, ready for good times and colder beer? Head to Little Woodrow's, the official game day HQ of the Houston Cougars. With multiple Houston locations, daily drink specials, and a laid-back vibe, there's no better spot to pregame, post up, or celebrate a big win. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar atmosphere. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for events, promos, and more. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar, your Texas Ice House.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
It's been said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Not with Ford trucks. We're leading the change with innovative technology like Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Raising the bar on capability with features like Ford Pro Power on board. Leadership in a world of change. That's what makes Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Texas.
2:05 to play first quarter, 14-7, Arizona on top. Houston Cougar football brought to you by King Ranch Ag and Turf, your trusted John Deere dealership with over a century of John Deere expertise. We're proudly supporting the hard-working farmers, landscapers, and homeowners across Texas. From stadiums to farms to homeowners' lawns, we've got equipment, parts, and services that you need, and a team that you can trust. Visit KingRanchAgTurf.com or stop by one of our 13 dealership locations. King Ranch Ag and Turf, built on tradition, driven by excellence. Kevin Eschenfelder, Ted Pardee with you upstairs. Jeremy Branham sweating down on the sideline. It makes Jeremy feel any better. We do open the windows here, so we are. Yeah, we do. We feel the. I'm not going to say full effect because we are not in the sun, but we do feel the humidity on a very humid day. Matt Thomas, our spotter statistician. Dave Obert, our engineer here on site. And Max Factor is our producer back at our Joint Chiropractic Network studios. Good to have you along for the ride. It is homecoming 2025 as the Cougars trailing Arizona right now by a score of 14-7. Cougars coming into this game 5-1. They are 2-1 in conference play. A win today for the Cougars. They have already surpassed their win total from a year ago. But a win today, and the Cougars become bowl eligible. So the Cougars with an Antone's first down. Antone's deep in the heart of Texans since 1962. First down at 10 for Houston at their own 20-yard line as Connor Wigman and Dean Connors in the backfield. Connors off the left shoulder of Wigman as the Cougars move from right to left here in the first quarter. 2:05 to play in the first quarter. Arizona on top 14-7. Now Wigman will reset Dean Connors on the right side. Wigman drops to throw. Wigman with time, and he'll throw for Broussard downfield, and it's incomplete. There was good coverage down on the near sideline, and now a flag comes in. A flag comes in late. This is interesting. Aiden Garnes had the coverage, and it looked like good coverage, but see, maybe if we get a defensive holding here as the judge from way up. I don't know. We're going to see here. Are you going to see pass interference?
Wow.
This is interesting.
I'm surprised that
the back judge.
The back judge threw it.
Number 9, defense.
We'll take it.
15-yard penalty.
You know, I mean, you think about it. Broussard was not able to catch up to the football because of all of the bumping that was going on down the field, so I'm guessing that was the call. So they'll move the football out to the 35-yard line, a 15-yard penalty, so it's first down and 10 for Houston, as the Cougars have it at their own 35-yard line. And Connor Wigman with Koziel set tight end to the left. Young, as well as Amari Thomas wide to the left. Now they hand it off to Dean Connors, and Connors runs into a defender there after picking up a couple of yards, a pickup of 3 yards, but that's a Leroy Palu is the junior from Corona, California. Chase Kennedy there to make that stop for Arizona. As Dean Connors, another Hawaiian on Hawaiian there, the transfer from Rice. He's a senior, averages 5 yards per carry. And that's a pickup of 2 yards. Call it a pickup of 2. Second down and 8. For Houston. They have it at their own 37-yard line from the near hash mark. Wigman. Quick drop to throw. Now he throws. Koziel makes the catch. Koziel with the defender around his ankle across the 40-yard line. He's tackled at the 42. It'll be short of the line to make. So third down coming up is Dalton Johnson with the sure-handed tackle. Koziel, not an easy guy to bring down. It's a pickup of 5 yards for the Cougars.
And with the Cougars, if you'll notice, Connor Wigman is putting his hands up to his ears, giving the can signal. Cougars are calling 2 plays at every lineup, every time they line up at the line of scrimmage, and they're giving Wigman the chance to make the decision about which play he feels more comfortable with.
Cougars need to get to their own 45-yard line from the 42, 3rd and 3. Wigman throws left, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Koziel, and the pressure was coming. Arizona putting pressure on Wigman. The ball thrown a little bit high and outside, and the Cougars once again will go 3 and out. They'll have to punt the ball away.
That's tough. It was right there, too. Man coverage. Arizona brings blitz, so it's cover 0. So that means no safety over the top, man-to-man, and boy, just a hair outside of what Tanner Koziel could receive.
Liam Doherty, the sophomore from Geelong, Victoria, Australia. The left footer takes the snap and gets his left foot into it. This is a boomer, a high punt that comes down and is taken at the 11-yard line on the fair catch, and that is where Arizona will have it, as Wysong after a 46-yard punt by Liam Doherty.
Good kick.
Yep, Arizona will have it deep in their own territory. They'll scrimmage from the 11-yard line. 14-7, Arizona on top with 31 seconds to play here in the first quarter. The line of scrimmage is the 11. Arizona moving left to right here in this first quarter on a bit of a scorcher here. It's not only is it the sun out right now, but also it is very humid here in Houston.
Nice H-Town fall day right here. That's what we like.
They call it autumn some places.
Summer in others.
Caden Luke comes in as a fullback for Arizona, and Luke looks like a nose tackle. He is in there in that backfield along with Ricino. They hand the ball to Ricino, and Ricino gets through to the second level again, and he's across the 15 out to the 17-yard line. As pickup of 6 yards on the play. Carlos Allen made the stop, but right now where Arizona's winning this is on first down.
Exactly. They're getting yards, significant yards on first down. That gives you a lot of options at second down and more. The key there, you got to get better linebacker play. You've got Carlos Allen making plays not only at the line of scrimmage, but now he's got to come 5 yards down the line to make the play. He's taking on 2 blockers before he spins off. Got to get some support from the linebackers.
That is the final play of the first quarter, a swiftly moving first quarter here in Houston. And after 1 quarter of play, our score, Arizona 14, Houston 7. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
It's been said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Not with Ford trucks. We're leading the change with innovative technology like Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving, raising the bar on capability with features like Ford Pro Power on board. Leadership in a world of change. That's what makes Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Does it feel like your current electricity provider is running up the score on your bill? Rhythm Energy is here to change the game. They're bringing good energy to the Cougars with 100% green electricity plans that are easy to understand and simple to manage. No confusing plays, no hidden penalties, just reliable power you can count on. And when you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll score big with $100 in bill credits, a win designed just for Cougars fans. It's time to elevate your energy with Rhythm Energy, where supporting your team also means supporting renewable power for Texas. So don't wait until the clock runs out. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH today to grab this exclusive deal. That's gotrhythm.com/UH. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, huddle up. Here's the game plan. Head over to Little Woodrow's with multiple Houston locations and everyday specials. No better place for a Coug to kick back and enjoy some tasty eats and a few drinks. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Stay up to date with our upcoming events. Little Woodrow's is your Texas Ice House. Well, Cougars trailing Arizona by a score of 14-7. Noah Fafita is 8 for 9, 124 yards, 70 of those coming on the third play of the game. He's thrown 2 touchdowns. Connor Wigman, 3 of 5 for 64 yards. Cougars have been outgained by 101 yards. 190 yards of total offense for Arizona, 89 for the Cougars here in this first quarter. Arizona running the ball well as well. 66 yards on the ground, just 25 for the Cougars. Both penalties that have been called in this game have gone against Arizona. One has been declined as well. Arizona with 7 first downs to just 3 for the Cougars in the first half. Arizona is 3 for 4 on third down. Cougars 0 for 2 on third down in the first quarter.
And the important stat here, time of possession. Arizona's had the ball 10 minutes and 33 seconds to Houston's 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Too many 3 and outs for the Cougar offense is what that says to me.
And, we talked about having to deal with, you got a team that practices plays and lives in the desert.
That's
having
right.
to come into this humidity. Well, humidity is humidity. And when you have to have your defense on the field that long, especially chasing a quarterback like Noah Fafita, that's
Absolutely.
also extra taxing, right?
Let me tell you, look, don't think the Cougs don't get affected by this temperature as well. Look, this it's just hot. It's a hot day. The humidity is what is really the difference maker. And I don't care if it's 80 and 88 degrees or at 90 degrees, and it's also 95% humidity, and that's really what zaps you completely. And the Cougar defense got to find a way to get these guys off the field. Need a big 3 and out right here and get them back on the sidelines. Let the offense get out there and run a long drive.
Cougar football brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility and great pay and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. Arizona with the football, 2nd down and 3 for the Wildcats as we switch ends of the field. Arizona leading Houston to start here in the second quarter by a score of 14-7. Fresh 15 on the clock. It's Cougar defense getting back to work here, trying to contain Noah Fafita. Arizona quarterback awaits the snap. Cedric Ricino is the running back. Fake the handoff to him. Pass out to the left. Caught there. Gets a block at the 20-25-yard line and pushed out of bounds here on the near sideline. Is Jordan Allen there to make that stop on Javin Watley as Watley made the catch and able to work his way out of bounds here on this near side. It's going to be enough for an Arizona first down. They'll move the chains as Arizona picks up its 8th first down of the game.
And the tackle has to be made there by a safety. You don't want Jordan Allen having to come up from 12 yards away to make that tackle.
Gio Richardson on the catch. From the 20, make it the 26-yard line. Back to pass again, Fafita. Fafita wants to go deep on the left side, looking up, and it is incomplete. But here come penalty markers, and an interference is coming up here against the Cougars as Will James had the one-on-one coverage on that far side. So a 15-yard penalty coming up. The Cougars with their first penalty of the day.
Pass interference. Number 15, defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
That'll bring it out to the 45-yard line. Arizona 35 seconds into this second quarter, leading 14-7. They'll spot the ball at the 41-yard line. So first down and 10 for the Wildcats. With the 7-point lead, Arizona leading it, looking for more. They go with a 2-by-2 set, tight end set to the right. There's Fafita in an empty backfield. Olsen goes in motion right to left. Quick pass. It's caught at the 50-yard line and brought down immediately, just shy of the line to make. Will James with the tackle for the Cougars. But that's going to be very close to another Arizona first down. A pickup of 9 yards as Isaiah Mizell made the catch for Arizona. 2nd down and 1 for the Wildcats. Wanting to go quickly here with some tempo. From the 50-yard line, back to pass. Hit and brought down.
There it is.
There's the sack. They came off the edge, and Rook Brown takes Noah Fafita down for the sack back at the 42-yard line.
Cougars do a great job disguising this blitz. You've got a slot coverage guy there, and Rook Brown, he plays the star position. It's really like a nickel position for the Cougs. He comes in there from that slot. It's a version of a corner blitz, but it is a hidden one, and he comes untouched and just delivers a blow.
So backs it up. It'll be now after the loss. It'll be 3rd down and 8. That's a Nimpa sack for the Cougars, and they need it in a big way. Fafita back to pass again on 3rd down. Pressure comes again for Fafita. This time he is hit and brought down and sacked again. Sacked back at the 39-yard line, and it's Rook Brown once again. Cougars bringing some heat, and Arizona is going to have to punt. Latravian McCutcheon also in on that play for the Cougars to bring down the Arizona quarterback.
Great job by the Cougar coaches on this one. They disguise blitz. They walk up guys into the A gap and then drop them out, bring the blitzer from the outside. Looked like Rook Brown was in coverage, but they bring him from the outside. He gets blocked initially, but as the quarterback steps up in the pocket, Rook Brown does a good job of spinning off his block and getting there for the secured sack.
Loss of 5 more yards, and here is the punt. This is a high booming punt. Makai Muse calls for the fair catch, and he gets away from it. It goes out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A great punt for Arizona, and the Cougars going to be deep in their own territory to start this drive. That is a 57-yard punt that could not have been executed any better than what he just did. So a timeout on the field. 2nd quarter action, 12 minutes, 29 seconds to play in the first half. Our score, Arizona 14, Houston 7. We'll take a break. This is Cougar football from Learfield.
This is relief. This is personal. Chiropractic care that starts with an understanding of your specific needs and goals. This is easy. Open evenings and weekends, and you can walk in anytime. Really easy. With regular visits costing less than a typical copay. No insurance needed. This is The Joint Chiropractic. Find your relief at a location near you.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Aw, shucks, the game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Well, if you feel like you're getting sacked by your current electricity provider, Rhythm Energy is here to help. They're bringing good energy to the Cougars by offering 100% green electricity plans. After you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll get $100 in bill credits. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH for this deal. Just for Cougar fans. Terms and conditions do apply. Cougars going to start this drive deep in their own territory. Turned up the heat a little bit on Noah Fafita.
Oh, yeah.
He's a guy that, not that they haven't put pressure on him, but it's been a matter of after you put pressure on him, you can't miss him. Because once you miss him, you're setting yourself up for some bad things.
He's too talented. He's too athletic. And if you miss on Fafita, you're in big trouble. But the great news from the last drive was Cougars were able to dial up a couple different blitz looks, a couple things that the Cougs really haven't shown much of, bringing Rook Brown off the edge there in his slot coverage. Boy, he's a dangerous blitzer. When he gets in there, he doesn't miss.
Jamarian Burnett is the running back. Cougars first down and 10 after that great punt. From their own 3-yard line, they hand it to Jamarian Burnett. And Burnett runs into 2 defenders, and he picks up maybe 3 yards on the play out to the 6. But that's about it. Tay Brown, that linebacker, the junior from Chandler, Arizona, there to make that stop. He's the weak side linebacker, but came up strong right there. It's a pickup of 2.
Cougs need to get a bigger push off the line if they're going to have success running a gap or a zone block play right up the middle there.
Second down and 8 from the 6-yard line. Cougars deep in their own territory as Burnett stays in at running back. They hand it to Burnett left side. Burnett across the 10, and he bolts his way out to the 13-yard line. Again, Tay Brown there to make the stop, but it's going to be short of the first down by about a yard and a half. Let's see where now they're going to say they marked him down. A short spot there.
You're saying his knee hit early?
Yeah, it must have been. 3rd down and 3. They pick up 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for Houston. As the line of scrimmage is the 11-yard line. Cougars trying to get out of jail here as they're deep in their own territory. Here's Wigman. He'll keep it himself. Wigman trying to get the first down. It does. Across the 15-yard line out to the 17 on the design run. Deshaun McKnight makes the stop for the Wildcats, but the Cougars move the chains and convert on 3rd down.
Well, quarterback power. You got an extra blocker in there. Nobody's there to block the quarterback. Actually, they bring GT or GY, excuse me. So a guard, tight end pulling play there, where Connor Wigman just kind of waits for the block to get there and then runs behind him.
Pistol formation on 1st down and 10, and now there is movement.
That's on the defense.
We'll see. Umpire threw the flag. Cougars with an Antone's first down. Deep in the heart of Texans since 1962.
Offside. Number 98 defense entering the zone and making contact. 5-yard penalty.
Tiasabe, who has played at UCLA, also has played at Texas, is the man that was ticketed with the violation there. 5-yard penalty on Arizona. That's a pickup for the Cougars. So it'll be 1st down and 5 for Houston. This ball spotted at the 22-yard line. 1st down and 5, Houston. Cougars trailing 14-7. Arizona on top. Back to pass, Wigman. Wigman wants to go deep on the near side for Kobe Young, and it's incomplete. He threw it up there. I'm not sure Kobe Young. It goes incomplete, but Kobe Young was open. Marquise Groves Killebrew had the coverage for Arizona, and they talked about getting him going because it's a kid that can really run in Kobe Young.
Well, and I think there's a little bit of a jam. The defense jams Kobe Young at the line of scrimmage, kind of has to redirect his pass route. That's what you teach defensive backs, is force that receiver to retrace and redirect his pass route. A little off target.
2nd down and 5. Dean Connors up the middle. Connors has the first down at the 30-yard line and dragging tacklers out to the 33-yard line, and a Cougar first down. A pickup of 10 yards.
Just pounded up the middle with Dean Connors, waiting for him to really get going. And here's a good example. Great job by the offensive line using the angles to get the blocks and just let Dean Connor do the rest.
1st down and 10 for Houston. Cougars moving left to right. We're in the 2nd quarter. Arizona leading 14-7. Orbit motion from Connors. They hand it off to him, and now flags fly. I think you're going to have maybe a illegal shift or a false start, one of the two. Like a lot of guys in motion right there.
False start. Number 73, offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's Jason Brooks, junior from Dobie High School. Playing left guard today for the Cougars. It's kind of a mix and match patchwork type of an offensive line right now for the Cougars. So calling on a lot of different guys to play a lot of different positions. They will mix and match. Basically 6 guys that are interchangeable. You see Agnello's back in right now. Dalton Merriman and Mackenzie Agnello on the right side. Demetrius Hunter is the center. Jason Brooks and Alvin Abasile on the left side. Back to pass. Connor Wigman throws over the middle. It's caught by Amari Thomas. Thomas tried to spin out of a tackle, and he's tackled there at the 35-yard line as he gets 10 of that back. Tay Brown made the stop, but Cougars, after the 5-yard penalty, get a lot of that back and some.
Well, he's so dangerous. Amari Thomas, once he gets his hands on the ball, they grab him down by the feet and get a little secondary tackle there as well. But, great job.
Keith Martin and Amari Thomas wide to the left, handoff running play up the middle, and Dean Connors. And Connors trying to burrow his way down to the 40-yard line, just shy of the 40 to the 39, picks up 2. Cougars will try to convert another third down here. It'll be 3rd down and 3 coming up for the Cougars. Line to make is the 42 of Houston.
Cougar offensive line didn't get the push they were looking for on that one. Dean kind of gets bottled up quickly at the line.
Broussard wide left. Jaquise Martin wide to the right. Koziel in the slot. 3rd down and 3, Houston from their own 39. Power run again. Wigman into the secondary. Wigman breaking tackles after the 50-yard line, and he's knocked down there as he picks up the Cougar first down and some. A pickup of 11 yards for the Cougars' second leading rusher, Connor Wigman.
Well, let me tell you, it looks like Wigman is almost ready to break this thing. Looks like the Arizona defensive back that made the play kind of got him around the collar, the front of the shoulder pads to make that tackle. Kind of got lucky.
They ran into his own man, too, Harvey Broussard, at the end of that play that knocked him down. So the Cougars with another first down at midfield. Cougars trailing 14-7. Fake the jet sweep. Wigman keeps it himself again up the middle, and Wigman a shoestring tackle, but not before he picks up another 5-yard gain. That time Julian Sabanaya there to make the stop for Arizona. It's a pickup, call it officially of 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 coming up for the Cougars.
And look, I like what the Cougars are doing here. This is sort of the checkmate to Fafita. You know, Connor Wigman can run the ball as well, and you got to respect what he does as a runner as well as a passer.
2-back set with 1 tight end. Handed to Dean Connors. Connors power run up the middle, and Dean Connors hit at the 41-yard line and brought down there. Dean Connors picking up big yards again. That's a pickup of 5 more yards. This is kind of a blue-collar, roll-up-your-sleeve type offense on both sides right now. Cougars went with a 2-back set right there, and basically, you don't see many fullbacks these days, but that was the case right there.
Pounding it, just trying to pound this Arizona D-line, and that's how you beat them later in the game, is you wear them out right now. You get them really tired.
Running play again up the middle, and this time Dean Connors hit in the backfield and brought down. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Deshaun McKnight there to make the tackle for Arizona. It'll be 4th down coming up now and 3 for Houston. Lost a yard on the play as the Cougars could not get any kind of push on that interior line.
Deshaun McKnight, he's number 0. He got deep penetration right there. Got in really deep into the backfield there. Cougars just couldn't make a play.
Cougars 7 of 14 on 4th down this season. 4th and 3. Back to pass. Wigman slings it out near side. Caught by Dean Connors. 35. It's a foot race to the 20, to the 15. Spins down to the 10-yard line, and the Cougars are in the red zone. It'll be 1st down and goal to go for Houston. 33 yards for Dean Connors.
What a big-time play there, Kevin. And I'll tell you what, you know, this is one of those plays where if Julian Sabanea doesn't make the play, number 41, he might go all the way. Does a great spin move at the end there.
Cougars in the HEB red zone here. Everything's better. 1st down, goal to go from the 10. Wigman keeps it himself. Wigman at the 5. Wigman to the end zone. Yeah. Touchdown, Houston. Connor Wigman does it himself. His 6th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Cougars are a point after away from tying this game at 14.
I mean, that is physical football right there, Kevin. That is smash mouth. That is, we're going to run our quarterback, and you can't stop him. Connor Wigman gets hit a couple times as he is making his way into the end zone and just jams it in there for 6. Great job.
Ethan Sanchez for the point after and a chance to tie it. The hold of Jake Sock. It is up. It is good. Cougars putting together a big drive here to tie this game at 14-14, 13 plays, 95 yards officially. 6 minutes and 38 seconds off the clock. Connor Wigman goes 5 of 8 for 108 yards on the day. And he's also rushed 4 times for 31 yards and a touchdown. That's our drive summary brought to you by your Houston area Ford dealers, the official truck and SUV of University of Houston Athletics. Take a break. 5:52 to play here in this first half. Our score, Houston 14, Arizona 14. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Suit up for success with King Ranch Ag and Turf. With over a century of John Deere expertise, we have your equipment, parts, and service needs covered. Whether you are a homeowner or a farmer, our team is committed to finding the perfect equipment for you. Right now, save like a champion during our exclusive Roundup Savings Event. Shop unbeatable deals on mowers, construction equipment, tractors, and so much more. Prep for greatness with King Ranch Ag and Turf. Visit us online at kingranchagturf.com or stop by one of our 13 dealerships. King Ranch Ag and Turf. Built on tradition, driven by excellence.
Connor Wigman with the rushing touchdown, his 6th of the season. That touchdown, a Bravo Nissan of Baytown touchdown, ties this game at 14 apiece. Let's head down on the field and check in with Jeremy Branham. Jeremy.
Guys, as you know, Slade Nagel likes to run a lot of two tight end sets. A little difficult today. No McGarry. York has been out for a while as well. We're getting our first look at Caleb Thomas, a redshirt freshman out of North Shore. In fact, he was on the field during that touchdown run, guys.
Yeah, you're right. And that was kind of checking a number because that is a guy that we have not seen as far as the depth chart is concerned. And that is, he's getting his run right there. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield. Well, Zach Yoakum will tee it up at the 35-yard line to our left as the Cougars tied this game at 14 apiece. Cougars and Arizona meeting here today. This is the 6th all-time meeting. Cougars lead the all-time series 3-2. Last year, these two teams played in Tucson. Arizona put it on the Cougars pretty good. Cougars were struggling mightily offensively in that game, as Arizona won it 27-3. You'll remember the last time they played here is when Kevin Sumlin brought his team to Houston. Cougars won that one 45-18. Here is the kickoff. It is a touchback that'll come out to the 25-yard line for Arizona. You know, in that game that when Kevin Sumlin brought that Arizona team back in here, the Cougars were up 31-0 at halftime.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they?
Well, you know, there were so many great players that kind of came through Arizona back in those days. You know, we think about Khalil Tate, the quarterback, who was just so hot, you know, early in the season. And by the time the Cougs got to him, put the Cougar defense on him and shut him down. Been a lot of great matchups between these two teams.
So the Cougars, a big day of college football. We remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll head to our Joint Chiropractic Network studios and get you updated on some scores, give you some previews of some other games that may be coming up a little bit later on. Big one in the Big 12 today out in Tempe is Texas Tech, unbeaten, top 10 team. They go to Arizona State to take on the Sun Devils. So as far as other games going on right now, Vanderbilt at home in Nashville, leading LSU with 5:50 to play in the second quarter as they lead it by a score of 14-10. And from the Atlantic Coast Conference, Georgia Tech is number 12 in the country at the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. They lead Duke in Durham by a score of 7-0. Some other games of note: Michigan on top of Washington, 7-0. I still can't get past the Pac-12 teams that are in the Big Ten.
It's so weird.
It really is. UConn leads Boston College 17-13. TCU and Baylor are tied at 7. And then Tulane and Army just now getting underway. Same for some other games in the MAC as well. 5 minutes to play in Columbia, South Carolina. Oklahoma leading South Carolina by a score of 7-0. West Virginia, UCF, they are scoreless as they are just now underway in West Virginia.
Crazy college football year this year, man.
How about just with the coaching carousel that spun a little bit faster this week? James Franklin,
I know, unbelievable,
losing his job at Penn State this week. Trent Dilfer at UAB. We had already seen a coaching change with Oregon State, a team that we had seen earlier this season. Same thing for UCLA earlier in the year as well. And they've had a resurgence there with back-to-back wins. Yeah. So the game has changed, and it's not going back. So it is what it is. Embrace it.
Yeah.
Like it, love it.
Well, we talk. You know, we have a group text in our group here, and you know, I think we've all sort of chatted about. You know, I think teams today, they're going to pull the trigger on these coaches early because they're going to try to rehire earlier in order to beat that early portal opportunity, and it's going to be really weird. I mean, it's going to be a weird year this year. You'll see a lot of coaches get let go and a lot of early hirings before the normal time frame, which would usually be January.
14-14 is our score as we play here in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 52 seconds to play in the first half. Arizona with the football, first down and 10 at its own 25-yard line. Noah Fafita running play as they go up the middle, delay to the 30 and across the 30 out to the 31-yard line goes Kedrick Risino. Risino tackled there by Blake Thompson. Risino, the junior, he said he's from the Houston area. He had 90 yards in that game against BYU last week on 13 carries. Picks up 6 there. It's second down and 4 to the 31-yard line.
Risino's a big back, 6 foot, 215. He's kind of your ideal size for one of the rotation guys that they have. They've got their small guy in Mahdi, but they have their big runner, Risino.
Yeah, and Mahdi runs hard too. Second down and 4 from the 31. Fafita, quick throw. It is caught at the 39-yard line, trying to get away there at the 42. It's a pickup to the first down markers. Contrell Webb finally making the tackle, but not before Arizona able to pick. Arizona right now is finding all kind of matchups that they need. That's a pickup out to the 42-yard line and a pickup of 11 yards.
Well, just Cougars running zone coverage on the back end, trying to keep it in front of them.
First and 10 from the 42. This time Risino hit at the line of scrimmage, and he is brought down. That time they didn't let him get away. Rook Brown getting up off the bottom of that pile, and who else? Carlos Allen, and it's an amazing thing. You know, Willie Fritz talked about that on his coach's show this week. For having your leading tackler be a nose guard, it's just it's unheard of.
Well, but it also shows you how dangerous he is. And, you know, this is a guy that transferred from Kennesaw State. What an, overlooked high school talent he was to go to Kennesaw State, for the Cougars to get him, and for him to become such a dominant player in the Big 12.
Loss of a yard, second down and 11 from the 41-yard line. 14-14 is our score. Fafita back to pass. Fafita throws, and it is caught with a short gain. Hit and brought down immediately. Rook Brown there to make that tackle as the catch was made there, but nothing doing for Javin Watley, and it's a pickup of 4 yards.
Rook Brown's kind of putting on a clinic out there defensively today. I don't want to jinx him. He's having a great day. He's a sure tackler. Always angle of pursuit is correct. Smart football player.
Third down. Big down here. Third down. And make it 7 for Arizona as they have it at their own 45-yard line. Fafita back to pass. Pressure comes, throws, and it is a juggling attempt, and a catch is made at the Houston 40-yard line. What a catch by Chris Hudson, as Hudson made a juggling grab, 15 yards on the third down conversion. He did it right in front of Latrell McCutcheon.
What a throw. What an absolute dart by Fafita.
First and 10 from the Houston 40 now. Fafita, quarterback draw, wants to run, hit and brought down. Kentrell Webb hit him at the 40, making the 39-yard line as he picks up 2 on the play.
Good job. You know, you got your free safety coming in, Kentrell Webb, from 12 yards off the line of scrimmage to make that play 1 yard off the snap. He does a great job of shutting it down.
Eddie Wall is also in on that stop as well. So pickup of 2. It's second down and a long 8 to go for the first down. Arizona in Houston territory at the 38-yard line. 14-14 is our score. Mahdi is back in at running back. Fafita hands it to Mahdi. Mahdi up the middle, and Madi pushing the pile, and Madi will get down to the 35-yard line on the running play as he picks up 3 more, and another third down coming up here for Arizona. And Arizona's been great on third down today. 4 of 6 on converting on third down so far in this game. And that last one, picking up 15 on third down and long. It's third down and 5 for Arizona. They need to get to the Houston 30-yard line. From the 35-yard line, Fafita puts his hands cupping his ears on his helmet. And now they'll call a timeout. Arizona, it's a 2-minute timeout.
This is a 2-minute timeout.
So they let the clock run down to the 2-minute timeout. We'll take our final break of this first half. 2 minutes to play here in Houston. A big third down coming up for Arizona when we come back. Our score, Houston 14, Arizona 14. This is Cougar football from Learfield.
This is Willie Fritz, head coach of the Houston Cougars and proud TDECU member. Representing Space City means having a strong team on and off the field. TDECU is the trusted financial partner for U of H and the Houston community, offering tools that help you grow from game day to every day. Apply to become a member today at tdecu.org/UH. Insured by NCUA, membership required.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Gearing up for game day? Look no further than King Ranch Ag and Turf, your trusted source for John Deere equipment. With over a century of John Deere expertise, we're proud to support the hard work of farmers, landscapers, and homeowners. Whether you're mowing your land or managing a job site, we've got the equipment, parts, and service you need, and the team you trust. Visit KingRanchAgTurf.com or stop by one of our 13 dealership locations. King Ranch Ag and Turf, built on tradition, driven by excellence.
2-minute timeout here in Houston as the Cougars and Arizona Wildcats are tied at 14. Hey, Coug fans, when life throws you for a loop, you can trust Gus to fight for you just like our Cougars never back down. For more than 30 years, attorney Stuart J. Gus and his team have been helping Houstonians recover after car accidents. They know how to take on insurance companies and win. If you ever need a strong team on your side, call 866 Trust Gus with 2 S's, G-U-S-S, or you can head to trustgus.com for your free consultation. Principal office, Houston, Texas. Well, Cougars looking to get off the field here, at least force Arizona into a field goal attempt as they have now third down and 5 for Arizona. And they'll have it at the Houston 35-yard line. Arizona, man, they have 4 of 6 on third down here today, but it seems like every time that they have had an opportunity to convert, they've been able to convert. Cougars, do you dial up a little heat right here, or do you play it a little more conservative on third down and 5?
Well, I think you try to show blitz at the line of scrimmage, and you see what how do they react, right? How do they react? Cougars were showing blitz before. I think what you want to do is you want to try to create confusion at the line of scrimmage and see if they'll check out. If they check out of it, you can check out of it. Obviously, with 6 yards, you got to be careful. You don't want to go too soft on your coverage. Always love to bring heat.
So here we go. Third down and 5. So the line to make is the Houston 30-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 35. Noah Fafita today, Arizona quarterback, 13 of 14 for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. So line of scrimmage, the 35. All of the offensive linemen are up over the football. And Arizona, they huddle with their backs and receivers. Now Fafita comes to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll back into a shotgun formation with his heels on the Houston 40-yard line. And I think Arizona's going to call a timeout, and they are.
I think again, it's the chess match, right?
Yep. Arizona, their first of the half. It will be 30 seconds.
Brent Brennan, a second-year head coach. He's 8-10 at Arizona. He spent 7 years at San Jose State. Arizona coming into this game today, they said they started the season with those wins over Hawaii, Weber State, then beat Kansas State at home by 6, lost at Iowa State, and again, another home game to beat Oklahoma State. Lost last week at home to BYU in double overtime. Just their second road game of the season. Second time that they have left Tucson. So here it is, 3rd down and 5 after the quick timeout. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Arizona, 3rd down and 5 from their own 35. Here the handoff, Ricino. Ricino gets into the secondary. He's hit but brought down short of the first down at the 31. Kentrell Webb makes the tackle, but it's going to be 4th down coming up and a yard. I think Arizona is going to keep their offensive unit on the field. So it's 4th and 1 for the Wildcats. Short of the first down, handoff, running play, hit behind the line of scrimmage and knocked down. And the Cougars hold. Rook Brown came off the edge, and the Cougars able to stop Arizona on 4th down and a yard. Cougars, one of the best in the country, 8th in the nation. Now opponents 3 for 12 on 4th down this season.
Rook Brown came to play football today, you guys. We're going to be calling number 24's name a lot. Time to pay attention to this young man. He is a real football player. Whether the Cougars need him in coverage, whether the Cougars need him at the line of scrimmage on blitzes, he's got a blitz quarterback sack. He's actually got 2, and he's made plays in defense of passes, and now he makes a play at the line of scrimmage. This guy's a football player.
Cougars see what they want to do here with their offense. With 96 seconds remaining in the first half, they'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, after holding Arizona on downs. 1st down and 10. Houston at its own 31-yard line. Connor Wigman takes the snap. Wigman over the left side into the secondary at the 40. Breaks left at the 45 at midfield. 45 and now pushed out of bounds on the near sideline at the 40-yard line. And the Cougar quarterback picks up another big gain. The Cougars in Arizona territory after a pickup of 28 yards.
What I like about Connor Wigman is he's patient. As a runner, you've got to be patient sometimes at the line of scrimmage. You got to do a little stutter step delay to make sure that your guys are able to get their blocks. And boy, does he explode when he has to.
He's got 61 yards rushing. 1st down and 10, Houston from the Arizona 41. Wigman to throw. Wigman does throw left side, caught by Koziel at the 35-yard line. Spun down there after a pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4 coming up. Dalton Johnson making the tackle on Koziel as he pulls in the grab.
But again, Dalton Johnson, 5'11" against 6'6", 6'7".
From the 35-yard line, again, Wigman throws, and this time it's short. A little underthrown for Amari Thomas, who tried a sliding attempt at the 25-yard line. That goes incomplete. May have been better off that ball was incomplete because there were a couple of defenders right there to possibly want to step in front of that ball, but instead it's incomplete. So now it is 3rd down and 4 at the 35-yard line.
That's a veteran move by a veteran quarterback right there. Only put the ball in a spot where your receiver can catch it, nobody else can.
35 from the Arizona 35-yard line. Back to pass, Wigman. Wigman throws near side. Caught there by Amari Thomas. Spins into the 30 and dives for the 1st down at the 29-yard line. 57 seconds remaining. The clock stops. Cougars 1st down and 10 at the 29-yard line of Arizona. 14-14 is our score. Cougars looking to cash in here on this drive to close out this first half. 1st down and 10, Houston from the Arizona 29. Wigman to throw. Wigman dumps it off, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Dean Connors. As a bit of a check down there. Leroy Palu was there to put the pressure on. Lucky that one went incomplete.
Well, I think Dean was actually running a quick out. I think Connor Wigman felt the pressure, realized I'm in trouble here. I need to throw. If I'm going to dump this ball, I'm going to get, obviously throw it to somebody that's an eligible receiver.
So now 2nd down and 10 for Houston. 14-14 is our score with 44 seconds to play in this first half. From the 29-yard line of Arizona on 2nd and 10, Wigman hands off Dean Connors up the middle. The push is there. He's pushing to the 25, down to the 20, and he's inside the 20-yard line and inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Good hard-nosed running by Dean Connors, and Houston will take a timeout.
Timeout. Big block by Demetrius Hunter on that one. What a dude.
That's a pickup of 9 yards. It's going to be short of the 1st down by a yard. The Cougars will have 3rd down and a yard after this 30-second timeout. Remember, Ethan Sanchez, he has been great all season long. They are definitely in his field goal range, but man, the Cougars would love to cash this in. They're in the HEB red zone. Here, everything's better at HEB. 14-14 is our score. 32 seconds remaining in the first half. Arizona scored on its first possession. Cougars answered back to make it 7-7. Arizona scored on its second possession to go up 14-7. The Cougars answered back just a couple of minutes ago, and now hoping to cash in here after the defense, don't forget, held them on
big hold.
4th down and a yard.
Big 4th down hold there.
So Broussard goes wide to the left, 2 receivers to the near side. Jaquise Martin wide to the near side, and Amari Thomas in the slot right. Dean Connors running play. Dean Connors into the secondary to the 15. He's inside the 15-yard line, down to the 14-yard line. Dean Connors more tough running, and that's a Cougar first down. Clock stops 6 yards on the carry with 27 seconds to play. So from the 14-yard line, Wigman again. Wigman wants to throw into the end zone near side for Broussard and threw it away. As Broussard looked back at it, but the ball was thrown up and out of the area of Harvey Broussard. So they stopped the clock here.
Good decision by Connor Wigman.
Threw it away. It's ball's at the 15-yard line.
Well, make that decision quickly, right? Make sure that when you get the ball in a position that the defender can't catch it, there's no risk whatsoever. Just get rid of it, stop the clock.
3 receivers left. Koziel, the receiver, to the right. 2nd down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Cougars in Arizona territory. Back to pass. Wigman again throws over the middle. Koziel, touchdown, Houston. He ran the post pattern into the end zone and picks up the catch, and the Cougars, what a drive to try to close out this first half.
Again, that's a matchup that you've got to take advantage of. We talk about it a lot. Tanner Koziel, he's just a big target at 6'7", 230 pounds. And Dalton Johnson's a great safety. Don't get me wrong. He's a Houston kid from Katy, Texas. But how do you ask this 5'11" guy to cover someone who's 6'7"? It's just a straight up mismatch.
Yeah, Marquise Grove Killebrew. They transfer
ruling in the field of a pass completed for a touchdown is under further review.
Well, they're going to review this. So I didn't see anything unless the ball came loose at the end. But our in-game reviews brought to you by Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol. And why they can't have 2 of these monitors, or at least travel this monitor, is still beyond me. The touchdown was made in the end zone to our right.
I think he's got his hand under it. We've got a monitor in our booth here.
And they have to go literally 80-plus yards all the way back to the left. And see if this ball moved. Koziel, he caught it when he came down to the turf. Whether the ball moved or not, we're going to find out.
He kind of cradled it in his, around his stomach. He kind of looked like he cradled it. The question is, does it drop out at the end there? Although it looks like his knee is down. So again.
Yeah, but you have to finish the play control it through the catch. Kevin Boitman is our referee. Replay official Richard Lumiere. And let's go down the field and check in with Jeremy. Jeremy.
I think I'm with Ted on this one. I think he has his hand underneath the ball. I don't see the ball hitting ever, and of course the call on the field is what matters.
Sure.
After further review, the ruling in the field of a touchdown is upheld.
Boom. Touchdown. What a drive.
Yeah, that's
what a money drive.
That's what the Cougars had to do, Kevin. They had to execute flawlessly right there against this Arizona defense. And, look, I think the Cougs would have been happy with 3. But coming in with a touchdown, that's huge.
So the touchdown upheld. Tanner Koziel with his 3rd touchdown reception of the season. Connor Wigman, his 9th touchdown pass. Now Ethan Sanchez for the point after in a 7-point lead with 16 seconds remaining in the first half. Jake Sock with the hold. Jacob Garza with the snap. Ball down. Kick is away, and the kick is good. Well, a slow start for the Cougars, but a fast finish to this first half. And with 16 seconds remaining in the first half, Cougars leading this one by a score of 21-14. And defense, you talk about complementary football.
Yeah.
Your defense gets the stop at one end, and then your offense takes it right down the field and scores.
Well, we talked a lot about time. We talked about time of possession at the beginning of the second quarter, Kevin, and it was so lopsided. Arizona had dominated the time of possession. Now we're looking at a time of possession with 16 seconds left. Arizona has the ball for 17 minutes, but the Cougars have the ball for 12 minutes. So it's starting to balance out again and get a little bit more even. You start looking at total yards. Houston's finally got 250 yards of total offense against Arizona's 240 yards. So things are leveling out a little bit as the Cougars have finally got into the routine of what they need to do.
9 plays, 69 yards, a minute 20 off the clock. Didn't take long as the Cougars now lead for the first time today, 21-14. Here's a squib kick. It's fielded at the 7-yard line and up the left hash mark. Trying to break it outside, 25 to the 30 with 10 seconds left. Knocked out of bounds here on this near sideline is Quincy Craig on the return for Arizona. So Arizona will have it with 10 seconds left. They'll be able to snap it a couple of times after a 22-yard return. But that drive, can't say enough about the Cougars able to put together that drive right there on a very, very steamy day here in Houston. You know what we can say for the first time? We've got a guest here in the booth. He's not going to speak with us, but
we do have a guest.
He will one day. Your grandson made his way.
That's
here.
Right. Trip Smith is in the booth. That's right.
Looking good, my man. So first down and 10 for Arizona. 10 seconds left. Noah Fafita, see what Arizona wants to do with this. Cougars playing their safeties about 20 yards off the line of scrimmage. Fafita taking the snap. Fafita's going to throw. Fafita steps up in the pocket, wants to run. Carlos Allen will take him down. Another NCAAF sack as Carlos Allen is right there.
He's so dangerous, Kevin. I mean, look, in a way, I don't want to get over my skis on this. In a way, he's a lot like Ed Oliver used to be, an interior lineman that can make plays. What a great job. Way to finish the half.
And can control the line of scrimmage. Let's go down to the field and check in with Jeremy. Jeremy.
Thank you, Ash. Coach, you get the defensive stop, then the score right before the half to take the lead. What have you seen from your squad so far in this first half?
Yeah, we didn't start off very well defensively tackling. You know, we missed some tackles that we normally make and, didn't do a great job with rush lanes, but since those first couple drives, we played darn good defensively. Our offense is doing a good job running and passing the ball, mixing it up. Great drive there at the very end.
That's Willie Fritz, guys. Back upstairs to you.
All right, thank you very much, Jeremy. You want to stick around? Coming up, it is our Bud Light halftime report as we head back to our Joint Chiropractic Network studios here. As some scores, highlights, and some previews from some games coming up a little bit later on around the country. Here in Houston, the Cougars on top of Arizona 21-14 at the half. We'll take a break. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Fall is in season at Kohl's, and you know what that means. Pumpkins, plaid, and anything that smells like cinnamon. This week, take an extra 20% off decor, home furnishings, bedding, and more. So whether fall is your entire personality or you're just a casual pumpkin enthusiast, the deals at Kohl's are here for your seasonal style. Select styles, some exclusions apply. 20% offer ends October 19th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
This is relief. This is personal. Chiropractic care that starts with an understanding of your specific needs and goals. This is easy. Open evenings and weekends, and you can walk in anytime. Really easy. With regular visits costing less than a typical copay. No insurance needed. This is the Joint Chiropractic. Find your relief at a location near you.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hey, Cougar fans! I'm attorney Stuart J. Guss, and I'm a proud University of Houston alum. And just like the Cougars, my team and I know what it takes to win. For over 30 years, we've been fighting for Houstonians injured in car accidents, and we never back down from the insurance companies. If you're hurt in a big accident or small, you can trust Gus to get you the best results. Call 866-TRUST-GUS or visit trustgus.com.
From Learfield on the Houston Sports Network, this is Cougar Football. Brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. The Joint. We've got H-Town's back. The Joint Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of University of Houston Athletics. And by Bullpen Marketing. Dominate the merch game. Visit bullpenmarketing.com for more information. Welcome to the Bud Light Halftime Show. Live from the Joint Chiropractic Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
We're at the half at TDECU Stadium. I'm Jet Ainsworth. Here's your college football scoreboard update. The Cougars leading Arizona 21-14. Connor Wegman leading the team in rushing right now with 59 yards and a score. Some action around the Big 12. There's plenty of it. Baylor and TCU. They're hooking up today in Fort Worth.
Barnes stands to the left-hand side after a 12-yard carry. Gets it again. Right up the middle. Bowling forward. Working his feet. Getting there with a push. Touchdown, TCU.
Brian Estridge with the call from Learfield. TCU leading Baylor with 15 seconds to play in the first half. It's 20-10. Horned Frogs pending an extra point. TCU's just scored a touchdown. That lead could be 21-10 here in a few moments. Also, West Virginia's on the road this week. They're taking on 3-3 Central Florida. They are in Orlando. Both teams entering the game 0-3 in the Big 12. Central Florida has the lead with 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. UCF 14, West Virginia nothing. Elsewhere around college football in the SEC, 10th ranked LSU in Nash Vegas to take on 17th ranked Vanderbilt, and it's been a series of haymakers between the two squads.
Nussmeier under pressure, back foot, throw, catch to Trey'Dez Green outside the numbers at the 10, 5, touchdown, Fighting Tigers.
That's Chris Blair with the call on the LSU Sports Network. Vandy would have an answer.
Under center, driving toward the right, trailing by 3. There's the snap. It's a handoff for Setti. He lunges for the goal line. He's got it. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Cedric Alexander on 4th and goal to go. The Doors lead it midway through the second quarter against the Tigers.
Andrew Allegretta with the call from Learfield with under 10 seconds to play in the first half. Vanderbilt leading LSU 14-13. Vandy also has the football. Also, number 12, Georgia Tech. They are in Durham to take on Duke. The Yellow Jackets 6-0 overall, 3-0 in the ACC. They are at the half with Tech and Duke tied 7-7. Also in the second quarter in Columbia, South Carolina, number 14, Oklahoma, taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Mateer, handoff Blaylock again over the left side to the 15, turns it up, he's to the 10, 5, touchdown. Torrey Blaylock from 18 yards out, pay dirt, and the Sooners strike first in South Kakalaki.
That's the voice of Toby Rowland from the Sooners Sports Network from Learfield. Oklahoma leading 7-0 at South Carolina. 10 minutes to play in the first half. A little bit later on today, a handful of interesting matchups, not just within their own conferences, but nationally. Number 5, Ole Miss. They go to Athens, between the hedges, to take on 9th-ranked Georgia this afternoon. Here's the head coach of the Rebels, Lane Kiffin.
To go play at Georgia, I think our players and staff are really excited about that. Anytime you get a chance to play, the premier program in college football over the last 5 years, I think since COVID, they got the winningest record in football, especially dominance in the regular season. I think in 5 years, they've only lost in the regular season to Alabama, and then our game here last year. So
also on the docket today in Week 8, 11th-ranked Tennessee heads to Tuscaloosa to take on number 6 Alabama. Number 20 USC and 13th-ranked Notre Dame will be in South Bend to renew that old rivalry. And speaking of old rivalries, number 23 Utah at 15th-ranked BYU later on tonight in primetime. That's a look at the college football scoreboard update. I'm Jet Ainsworth. You're listening to Houston Football from Learfield.
more things change, the more they stay the same. Not with Ford trucks. We're leading the change with innovative technology like Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving, raising the bar on capability with features like Ford Pro Power on board. Leadership in a world of change. That's what makes Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Texas.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Does it feel like your current electricity provider is running up the score on your bill? Rhythm Energy is here to change the game. They're bringing good energy to the Cougars with 100% green electricity plans that are easy to understand and simple to manage. No confusing plays, no hidden penalties, just reliable power you can count on. And when you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll score big with $100 in bill credits, a win designed just for Cougars fans. It's time to elevate your energy with Rhythm Energy, where supporting your team also means supporting renewable power for Texas. So don't wait until the clock runs out. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH today to grab this exclusive deal. That's gotrhythm.com/UH. Terms and conditions apply.
Here in Houston is TDECU Stadium. Cougars at halftime leading the Arizona Wildcats by a score of 21-14. Arizona scored on its opening possession of the ball game, a 70-yard touchdown pass on the third play of the game for Arizona. That got the Wildcats on the board. That's when the Cougars went to work. Let's listen back to some of the highlights from the first half. Three receivers to the right and one to the left, looking right, throwing right, and it is caught. The 45-yard line, 40, fighting to the 40, to the 35, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Houston. Amari Thomas caught it at the 40, broke a tackle and takes it 52 yards, and the Cougars are on the board. First down, goal to go from the 10. Wigman keeps it himself. Wigman at the 5. Wigman to the end zone. Yeah. Touchdown, Houston. Connor Wigman does it himself, his 6th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Cougars are a point after away from tying this game at 14. Cougars in Arizona territory, back to pass, Wigman again, throws over the middle, Cozio, touchdown Houston! He ran the post pattern into the end zone and picks up the catch, and the Cougars, what a drive to try to close out this first half. And that is the way the first half would close out, as the Cougars got a great stop defensively. We're able to turn it over on downs and take the ball away from Arizona. The Cougars able to put together a big-time drive in the last 80 seconds of the first half, and that is why they lead this game by a score of 21-14 as Houston, with its only lead of the day coming right now, and that's at halftime here by 7. More to come here on the Bud Light Halftime Report from TDECU Stadium, where the score here at halftime, Houston 21, Arizona 14. Back with more in just a moment. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Big trip on the horizon? The parking spot gets you going faster. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking. When you book online, you save money and are guaranteed a spot. We'll pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles, help you with your bags, and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at the parking spot. Get going faster with the parking spot. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot. Use promo code SPOT24 to save on your reservation today.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Today's game is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. With insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles. At 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com. You're listening to Cougs football on the Houston Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Willie Fritz, head coach of the Houston Cougars and proud TDECU member. Representing Space City means having a strong team, on and off the field. TDECU is the trusted financial partner for U of H and the Houston community, offering tools that help you grow from game day to every day. Apply to become a member today at tdecu.org/UH. Insured by NCUA, membership required.
Hey Cougs fans, ready for good times and colder beer? Head to Little Woodrow's, the official game day HQ of the Houston Cougars. With multiple Houston locations, daily drink specials, and a laid-back vibe, there's no better spot to pregame, post up, or celebrate a big win. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar atmosphere. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for events, promos, and more. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar, your Texas Ice House.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Houston. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Houston and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back here at TDECU Stadium on the campus of the University of Houston on a warm, very warm, steamy day here in Houston is temperatures are wont to do this time of year. 21-14, Cougars on top of the Arizona Wildcats here at halftime. Some of the numbers from this first half, really a tale of two quarters in that first half. Domination by Arizona in the first quarter. Cougars dominated the second quarter. Cougars have outgained Arizona 254 to 235 in total yards on the ground. That's where the Cougars have really turned things around in the second quarter. 121 yards on the ground for the Cougars. Arizona with 64 yards on the ground, but they have had the advantage through the air, 171 yards to 133. Cougars and Arizona both 4 of 7 on third down. Cougars, one of the top 10 teams in the country at stopping opponents on fourth down, and they were able to do that. That was a big play in this game. Arizona 0 for 1 on fourth down. The Cougars 1 for 1 on fourth down. Cougars have run 32 plays. Arizona's run 34 plays. Cougars have averaged 8 yards per play in that first half, including 17 yards per completion in the passing department. Connor Wegman in the passing department, 8 for 14, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, as he has led the way for the Cougars in the rushing department as well. Wegman, 5 carries, 59 yards. Dean Connors with 9 carries for 47 yards, and 4 carries for Jamarian Burnett for 15 yards. Tanner Cozio, the leading pass catcher, 4 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. Amari Thomas, 3 catches, including a 52-yard touchdown reception for the Cougars. As far as Arizona is concerned, Noah Fafita is 13 for 14 in the passing department. 13 for 14, 171 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ismail Mahdi is 5 carries for 37 yards. The leading ball carrier, Kedrick Risano, he's got 6 carries for 21 yards. Watley, 4 catches, 29 yards, the leading receiver. Also, the big catch of the day was Trey Spivey. He had the 60-yard touchdown pass to get this game started for Arizona. He's got a couple of catches in this game. 1 catch for 70 yards. That was a 70-yard touchdown pass, and that is what Arizona got on the board first. But it's halftime right now here at TDECU Stadium on a homecoming Saturday, morning into afternoon now, and a warm, steamy day here in Houston, Texas. We'll take a break, come back and get you ready for the second half. Cougars won the toss. They deferred. They'll get the football when we come back. Our score at halftime, Houston 21, Arizona 14. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's been said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Not with Ford trucks. We're leading the change with innovative technology like Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving, raising the bar on capability with features like Ford Pro Power on board. Leadership in a world of change. That's what makes Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Hey, Cougars fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Houston football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics. Let's go, Cougars. SeatGeek.
Halftime winding down here at TD-ECU Stadium. The homecoming events are in the books for 2025. It is a warm day, about 90 degrees here at TD-ECU Stadium, and it only feels like it's about 123. It is a warm, humid day. Had a big deluge of rain about 30 minutes before kickoff, and that's kind of set the scene for that humidity to be kind of coming up through the turf here at TD-ECU Stadium, and it'll be certainly a game of attrition as far as this game continues on. Cougars get the ball first to start the second half. Obviously, it's a big drive here to start this second half.
Well, when you get obviously when you get the coin toss at the beginning, you're able to defer to the second half, and this is exactly why, so that you can get a big jump on the opponent. I think the Cougars, what they showed at the end of the second quarter, Kevin, is really the game plan, which is. You just want to dominate the line of scrimmage. I guess it's the best way to say it, both offensively and defensively. If you take care of business in the trenches, it solves a lot of problems. Mm-hmm. Defensively, when you get big plays from guys like Carlos Allen that are really stopping it at the point of attack, and then you can bring in someone like Rook Brown to help clean up. It just makes defense so much more efficient. And then offensively, boy, running Connor Wegman, I love it. Obviously, Fafita's a fantastic runner. He's a great player. But, hey, the Cougs have got a pretty doggone good quarterback as well. And I love seeing Connor Wegman get a chance to run it himself.
5 carries, 59 yards for Connor Wegman to lead the Cougar offense, both passing and on the ground. A couple of numbers to keep in mind here going into this second half. If you call them trends, they're only as important as, well, what you do here today. But Cougars have outscored their opponents 87-39 in the second half, and we are underway here in this second half as fair catch called for and made. As the Cougars will come out to the 25-yard line, Mekhi Muse calling for the fair catch on the goal line in that right corner by the pylon, and come out to the 25-yard line where Connor Wegman, junior from Bridgeland High School, went over 1,000 yards in the passing department last week against Oklahoma State. Second leading rusher for this team for the season, leading rusher here today.
I'll tell you, he's showing what he can do, and I talked to a lot of Aggies. A&M's having a great season this year, but I've talked to a lot of Aggies who say, he's the one that got away.
Wegman stands in a shotgun formation from the 25-yard line, first down to 10. Cougars with a 7-point lead. They hand it off to Burnett. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 5 yards. Great push from the Arizona defense as Max Harris led the way. As Jermarian Burnett tried to spin away from that but couldn't do it. He loses 4. Make it 3 to the 22-yard line. Cougars going the wrong way on that opening play. So now it is 2nd down and 13 for Houston from the 22-yard line. Cougars moving right to left here in this second half. White headgear, red on red with white numbers from the left hash mark. Back to pass Wigman. Wigman has time, throws over the middle. It's caught by Koziel, and Koziel is wrestled down across the 25-yard line to the 27. Ball came loose at the end. It's a short gain on the play as Genesis Smith stepping up from that
before losing possession.
Safety position. It's a short gain on the play of 5 yards, and so it'll be up 3rd down coming up for the Cougars.
Arizona State showing a light box there. Only 3 down linemen and 2 backers, but then they bring that extra pressure from the safety position. Again, you're really trying to disguise what they're doing defensively.
3-by-1 set. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. Wigman looking left, throws, and it is a catch made. What a grab. A two-handed grab by Broussard as he spun out of bounds for the first down at the 37-yard line. Aiden Garnes had the coverage. Could not have been thrown any better, and what a catch.
What a catch by Broussard. Reaching out both hands, makes the catch right at the sideline there.
Completed catch for a first down. Further review.
Pickup of 11. They're going to take a look at this one again. And
I guess they're going to question whether he bobbled it. I think he gets control before he hits the ground out of bounds.
Well, our reviews brought to you by Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better buy Barbasol as the officials going over to the monitor. Some 40 yards away, all the way over at the 20-yard line to our left, and looking in on this. We have not seen a definitive look so far. I don't know, what have you seen so far?
Well, I mean, obviously, at the out of bounds line, he does juggle it a little bit, but I think he gets control.
I think this is going to be no catch.
It did look when his chest or when his back hit the ground, it did look like the ball moved a little bit.
Well, it's either going to be 4th down or 1st and 10. So the officials looking at it in the monitor to our left. Harvey Broussard was the receiver for the Cougars, transfer out of the University of Louisiana. I have a feeling this one might come back.
It's got to be able to overturn the call on the field. That's the important thing, Kevin. Is it definitive evidence to overturn what the call was on the field?
Still looking at it. Still look. I wait for guys to start writing stuff down because that's usually whenever it's not going to go your way, and because they're trying to figure out what the yard line. Because remember, this was a 3rd down, and the Cougars converted on 3rd down, so they moved the chains. Everything has been moved. Of course, all you got to do is look at that and move it all back. But they're looking at it over and over. The replay officials to our left. This will be the second replay. The Cougars hoping that this one goes the same way as the last. I'm not nearly as confident about this one as I was the last one.
And as you mentioned, writing it down, the second ref that's standing there does have his notepad out.
That's not good.
That's not
21.
A good sign.
Yeah, 21-14 is our score. This is the opening possession of the second half for the Cougars. There was a pass to the near sideline. It's either going to be a gain of 11 and a Cougar first down, or it'll be 4th down and the Cougars will be forced to punt. Houston on top, thanks to a stop on 4th down. Here's the call.
After further review, the ruling in the field of a catch is upheld.
Wow.
First down.
I didn't think that was going to happen. There you go.
They did the head fake by pulling the notepad out of the other ref's jacket, or out of his pocket, top pocket. And I think they knew that you and I were looking for that, actually.
There you go. So it's a first down at 10, making it an 11-yard completion to Harvey Broussard, his 4th catch of the season. Broussard had a touchdown catch a week ago. Connor Wigman with his 9th today, 9th multi-touchdown pass day. There's also a run for one, and Wigman stands in a shotgun formation. Butler, the running back, along with Dean Connors, handed off to Butler. Connors, the lead blocker, and there's a tackle made at the 39-yard line. Pickup of just a yard is played very well by Deshaun McKnight, the senior from Sumter, South Carolina, making the stop for Arizona after a gain of 1 to the 39.
Well, this is where the ground game becomes so critical. Keep this Arizona defense out on the field. soaking in the sun and the heat, get them exhausted.
Second down, 9 for Houston from their own 39-yard line. Cougars on top, 21-14. This is the opening possession of the second half. Wigman takes the snap, rolls to the right, looking for Dean Connors. He'll throw it to Connors. Connors makes the catch, but runs out of room on the far sideline. Wigman looking downfield as he runs out of bounds at the 41-yard line. But there's a penalty marker way down the field, all the way at the 20-yard line, some 40 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
I think that's what Connor Wigman was looking for, Kevin.
Yeah.
Was that the two layers, right? He's looking for the deep ball, and if that's not there, he's going to check it down to Dean Connors.
Yeah, this is
sportsmanlike conduct, sideline interference on the assistant coach and the defense.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Have you ever seen that? I mean, we saw Major Applewhite get a 15-yard penalty on the final play.
Well, we've seen interference. A few years ago, there was a few interference calls that didn't get called where the coaches would get in the way. This is why every team has what they call the get-back coach. And the get-back coach is supposed to keep everybody off the white boundary there. You got to be off of that.
So an assistant coach called for interference on the sideline. This will move the ball into Arizona territory at the 45-yard line, where Connor Wigman keeps it himself on first down. And Wigman running into the wash at the 41-yard line as he'll pick up 3 on the play to the 41. Cougars trying to just control the football right here and doing a good job of it. Leroy Palu there to make the stop for Arizona. Houston with 12 and a half minutes to play in the third quarter on their first possession of the second half. They lead Arizona 21-14. 7-point lead, looking for more here.
They ought to make the coaches have their names called.
From the 41-yard line, Cougars on a second down and 7 from the Arizona 41. Handoff Dean Connors up the middle. Connors into the second level to the 35-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down by about 1.5 yards. But good patient running right now we are seeing from these Cougar running backs as Dean Connors picks up 6 on the play. Tackled there shy of the 35-yard line. So now it's going to be a third down, and where they mark this football, it's going to be third down and less than 1 yard to go for the first down.
I mean, Connors right there. This is what I call ball control and dominance. He pounds the hole. Absolutely. The offensive line just getting aggressive at the line of scrimmage, and then the running back just pounding it through the hole.
Cougars 5 for 8 on third down. Wigman rolls. Now they shuttle pass inside to Koziel, and Koziel has the first down. Not by much, but he got enough for the first down. Koziel was kind of going parallel to the line of scrimmage as a blocker.
Yeah.
Wigman rolled right, and then he just did the flip pass, the shuttle pass, and Max Harris makes the tackle. Picked up 2 on a third down and 1.
I like the call by Slade Nagel. I think it's, again, it looks like Connor's going to get the ball in the flat as the escape route, but then you shovel it inside.
Take the handoff, play action. Wigman with time. Wigman looks left, throws to Dean Connors, makes the catch at the 31, and he's hit at the 30-yard line here on the near sideline and brought down there at the 30 as Cougars just continuing to control the football. Traden Stukes makes the stop for Arizona, and the Cougars pick up 3 on the play.
Connors kind of took a shot there from the second guy. Connors was down, and then he took a helmet right in the back of right at his numbers. I think he's okay, but boy, that's one of those. If it's a second later, it's a late hit.
Kobe Young goes wide to the right. Amari Thomas wide to the left. It's second down and 7 from the Arizona 30-yard line. Running play up the middle. Jamarian Burnett fighting his way to the 25. Everybody jumps on top of him and pushes him back. See where they give him the forward progress. Houston coaches on the near sideline wanted a little extra.
He can't jump like that. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't call it.
It was Aiden Garnes. He jumped up on the top of the pile, and you're right. You can't do that. And he just did it. I guess he'd say, well, I guess I can do it. So it's 3rd and 4. Picked up 3 more yards. Third down and 4 for Houston from the Arizona 27-yard line. Houston on top, 21-14 here in the third quarter. Cougars moving from right to left in the third. From the left hash mark up the middle, they go Connor Wigman, and Wigman hit hard, but I think he has enough for the first down as he falls forward. Tay Brown really wrapped him up and brought him down. See where they mark it. I think he's going to be short of the first down by about an inch, so they'll go with a 2 tight end set here. It'll be 4th down and less than 1 yard to go for the Cougars.
Yeah, Cougars pounded. I mean, absolutely ground game pounding it right now. trying to wear this Arizona defense out.
4th and 1. Wigman will take this snap from under center. Wigman takes the snap, moves forward, has the first down. And the drive continues here for Houston. And now all of a sudden you're looking at a drive that has taken 6.5 minutes off the clock.
And when you're a defensive player, you're just like, come on, man. Like, I got to get a break at some point. They're trying to substitute guys in it. And Chase Kennedy, one of the outside backers from Dallas, he's off the field now. They're trying to get substitutions on. But the reality is these guys are getting gassed.
Yeah, Jason Brooks with a big block on that last play as Connor Wigman picks up the first down. 1st and 10. Houston now 2 of 2 on 4th down here today. Wigman takes the snap, handoff, up the middle they go, and hard running down to the 15-yard line as the Cougars getting another big gash up the middle as Houston picks up 7 more yards. That time it was Jamarian Burnett. Cougars playing without Stacy Sneed here today. Jabari Mann making the stop for the Arizona Wildcats. Cougars 2nd down and 4 from the 16 after the pickup of 6 yards. Jamarian Burnett stays in at the running back. He's off the right shoulder of Wigman. Wigman hands him the ball off the middle, and they go to the 10-yard line, inside the 10-yard line, and the Cougars will have 1st down and goal to go. Hit and brought down at the 9 by Jabari Mann. Cougars in the HEB red zone. Here everything is better, and they pick up Antone's 1st down. Antone's deep in the heart of Texans since 1962. From the left hash mark, 1st down, goal to go from the Cougars from the 9-yard line. Cougars looking to cash in on this opening possession of the second half. Wigman keeps it himself. Wigman fighting his way down to the 5-yard line as he picks up 5 more yards. As Cougars trying to impose their will on this Arizona defense. They'll have now 2nd down and goal to go. They mark him down at the 6-yard line. Jara Anderson, the tackler there for Arizona.
Absolute smash mouth football right here, Kevin. This is where the Cougar offensive line, with Boseley, Brooks, Hunter, these guys are blowing these defensive players off the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6. Wigman again, quarterback power. Wigman stopped at the line of scrimmage. Then he backs up, and now he moves forward to the 2-yard line as Max Harris and Traden Stukes kept him out of the end zone there, but it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2. Trovell Fredericks checks in at a tight end right now.
I can't leave out Mackenzie Agnello and Dalton Merriam. I mean, look, across the board, this is just old school football right now. I love watching it. These guys are just asserting themselves at the line of scrimmage. This is mano-a-mano football right now.
17th play of the drive. 3rd down, goal to go from the 2-yard line. Wigman fakes the handoff, looking into the end zone, looking, gets rid of it, throws, and it is caught by Amari Thomas. Touchdown, Houston. Thomas had to redirect to his right, dove for the football, makes the catch, and the Cougars, with 5:56 to go, a statement drive to start the second half.
How does Connor Wigman find him in the end zone? He's getting pressure from behind. He sees the pressure coming, unblocked, 2 guys on Wigman, and wow, he delivers that fastball. This is where that athleticism from Connor Wigman comes in and delivers a touchdown.
3rd touchdown pass of the day for Connor Wigman, the 2nd to Amari Thomas. Cougars leading 27-14 with the point after to come. A 9-minute and 4-second drive to start the second half.
I mean, Kevin, that's where an offense is feeling good. They're feeling like, hey, we've got a little something here. We don't need to go get anything big. Let's just dominate.
This is very similar to the way the second half started. You remember against Colorado.
Yeah.
Here's the point after up, and the point after is good. Drive summary brought to you by Houston Area Ford Dealers, the official truck at SUV of University of Houston Athletics. Cougars go 17 plays, 75 yards, 9:04 off the clock on the opening drive of the second half. And the Cougars score on their back-to-back possessions to close out the first half and to open the second half. And with 5:56 to play in the third quarter, our score, Houston 28, Arizona 14. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Suit up for success with King Ranch Ag and Turf. With over a century of John Deere expertise, we have your equipment, parts, and service needs covered. Whether you are a homeowner or a farmer, our team is committed to finding the perfect equipment for you. Right now, save like a champion during our exclusive Roundup Savings Event. Shop unbeatable deals on mowers, construction equipment, tractors, and so much more. Prep for greatness with King Ranch Ag and Turf. Visit us online at kingranchagturf.com or stop by one of our 13 dealerships. King Ranch Ag and Turf. Built on tradition, driven by excellence.
Hey, Cougars fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Houston football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics. Let's go, Cougars! SeatGeek.
It's been said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Not with Ford trucks. We're leading the change with innovative technology like Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving, raising the bar on capability with features like Ford Pro Power on board. Leadership in a world of change. That's what makes Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Cougars leading it now 28-14 as Houston punching it in. Back-to-back touchdowns. Cougar touchdowns brought to you by Bravo Nissan of Baytown. As Connor Wigman, now 3 touchdown passes on the day. On that drive, not only did the Cougars possess the football 9 minutes and 4 seconds, but they also were 3 for 4 on third down and 1 for 1 on fourth down. What a monstrous drive. Not only just to close out the first half, but to start the second half. Let's go down on the field and check in with Jeremy Branham. Jeremy.
Appreciate it, Ash. Just a quick injury report on one specialist. Jayshawn Ridgel was just walking back to the sideline for Houston. He had a walking boot on his right foot, was on crutches, guys.
Yeah, Cougars playing also today without Steph Johnson. That is another one, as well as Luke McGarry, the tight end. Steph Johnson, one of the leading receivers on this Cougar team. And our injury report brought to you by Trust Gus, the official personal injury law firm of U of H Athletics.
Yeah, we can't, Jayshawn Ridgel is one of the, he's a kickoff guy, kickoff return guy, important team member out there. Tough losing a specialist, a special teams guy like that.
Sophomore from Athens, Georgia. Cougars lead 28-14 as Arizona will get the football to start here in the second half. Cougars with a big drive to end the first half and good one to start here in the second half. 17-play drive. Over 9 minutes off the clock. And I don't know how the ball fell off the tee because there's not an ounce of wind in the stadium, but
maybe everybody was breathing heavy.
There's a little bit of juice, I'll say that, going right now.
Yeah.
It is a scorcher of a day here in Houston. And the sun is out. There's still rain in the forecast here today. It poured earlier to wet the turf. And
just to get it ready.
Yeah, and now it's probably about 92 degrees, but the humidity is off the charts. Here is the kick. It's a kick that'll go into the end zone. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Homecoming here, 2025 for the Houston Cougars, so a timeout on the field. Arizona will get the football for the first time here in the second half. They'll do it with 5 minutes and 56 seconds to play in the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's been said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Not with Ford trucks. We're leading the change with innovative technology like Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving, raising the bar on capability with features like Ford Pro Power on board. Leadership in a world of change. That's what makes Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks. Visit your Texas Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Hey, Cougars fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Houston football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics. Let's go, Cougars! SeatGeek.
Cougar football brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance, you get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit progressive.com. Check in with Jeremy Branham. And Jeremy, I know because you're right there in the middle of it, but as warm an October day as you're going to find, I would imagine, down on the field to amplify things and not just to the fact that there was a 17-play drive, but now you're Arizona's offense. You would think, man, they got to spend a little time on the field. So Arizona will get the football for the first time here in the second half. 5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the third quarter after the Cougars had a 9-minute and 4-second drive to start the second half. Houston on top, 28-14. As Noah Fafita brings his offensive unit out onto the field. Cougars 5-1, 2-1 in conference play. Arizona 4-2. They are 1-2 against the Big 12 Conference. Noah Fafita stands in that shotgun formation, takes the snap, takes the handoff. He'll throw quickly, and it is caught at the 40-yard line, tried to spin away, and down at the 41-yard line. But a good pitch and catch as Kentrell Webb makes the tackle. But Chris Hudson able to pick up an Arizona first down.
Arizona's going to go tempo here. They're taking advantage of the Cougars' zone defense right there. Just a curl route underneath the safety, but just beyond that corner.
16 yards on the pass play there to the 41-yard line. Back to pass again for Fafita. Fafita looking now, throws over the middle, and it is caught by the tight end at the 50-yard line and rustled down immediately by Jalen Gardner as the tight end Cameron Barmore with his second catch of the day. Just his fourth catch of the season for Barmore.
They're going to have to spread it around like this, and they've got to play with a sense of urgency. They understand what the Houston offense is doing now, and they're having a hard time stopping it, so they want to get tempo and they want to get points quickly.
9-yard gain, getting it out of the hands of Fafita, as you said, very quickly. Ball's right at midfield as Arizona moves from left to right. Cougars on top by 14. Fafita, quick pass out left, caught there at the 50 to the 45 of Houston, to the 40 down the left sideline. A flag is down on that left side, right where the blocker would be, but knocked out of bounds at the 35-yard line. But I think this is going to be a hold coming up here against Arizona.
Yeah.
Holding. Number 12, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
That's Trey Spivey. Spivey had the 70-yard touchdown reception to start this game, and that'll negate the drive, the pickup there. You know, Arizona going tempo, as you said right now, trying to get something rolling. They scored the first 2 times they had the football, but have not scored since. Cougars defense has made some adjustments, and they're going to have to continue to make adjustments here. So the hold, this is a spot foul. So it's basically a 2-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, the previous line of scrimmage. So it's going to be second down and 2. The ball will be at the 49-yard line on the minus side of midfield for Arizona. So from the Arizona 49-yard line, Arizona moving left to right. Cougars on top, 28-14. Fafita running play. Ricino trying it over the left side. Ricino has the first down. Eddie Walls around his waist, bringing him down. As that's enough for a first down and a pickup of 3 yards for Arizona.
Arizona's trying to figure out what kind of rhythm they can get into without having to pass it on every single play. They've got to find a way to slow it down a little bit. Sure, they got big yardage with passes, but they're going to end up getting down the field too quickly there. They got to keep this Cougar defense on to give their defense a rest. 2 receivers stacked to the right, 1 to the left on first down and 10. Arizona from the Houston 47-yard line. Fafita sends a man in motion from right to left. Cougars come off the edge on the blitz. It throws it. It's caught. Brought down. Kentrell Webb makes the tackle immediately at the 41-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 7 yards on the play as Javin Watley makes the catch for Arizona. Arizona just taking what the defense giving them right now, and it's going to be second down and 3 coming up, making second and 4. And, you know, Cougars are smart. They're going to keep it in front of them. Don't give up any big plays. again, you know, they've got the point differential in their favor right now, so they can afford to play a little bit safer style of defense, which is play a little bit more zone, cover 2 or cover 3 zone.
2nd and 4 from the Houston 41. Cougars showing blitz. They come with the blitz. Fafita able to get away from it. He'll roll to the right. Fafita at the 40 to 35, and he's tripped up at the 31-yard line. Zelmar Vetter there to knock him off his feet, but not before Fafita picks up a first down and a gain of 9 more yards for Arizona.
Well, the Cougars show what they show there is they're showing that they're going to play a soft coverage, but then they bring blitz, which means man coverage, and everybody knows when you're playing man-to-man, you're going to turn your back on the quarterback as a defender. That's an opportunity for the quarterback to scramble.
2:45 to play in the third quarter. Houston leading 28-14. First down and 10, Arizona from the Houston 32-yard line. Orbit blitz to the left. They swing it out. Swing pass caught there at the 30-yard line. Cuts back at the 25 to the 20. Missed tackles and finally down to the 17-yard line as Jordan Allen made the stop. But another big gain that time by Javon Watley, and Arizona's offense is clicking right now.
Clicking with the pass plays, right? And again, Cougar defense, they'll show some different looks at the line of scrimmage. They've mixed in a man coverage here or there, but again, they're playing a lot of basic basic zone. That's an example where you might bring pressure up front, zone blitz style, but still playing zone on the back end.
Arizona in the red zone. First down and 10 from the Houston 17-yard line. 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Fafita straight drop to throw. Throws left and it's knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Eddie Wall's got a hand on it, and he's able to knock it down at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Great job by Eddie. You know, outside rusher. He's trying to set the edge there and really heads up play. Sometimes when you're tied up as a D lineman, you know, just reach your arm up. Just reach up. If you can't get around that tackle, that's fine. Figure out where the quarterback's pass lane is and get in his way.
So now 2nd down and 10 from the 17-yard line of Houston. Cougars on top 28-14. Pitch play, Mahdi running to the right. Mahdi trying to get around the corner. Does, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 13-yard line on the near sideline. Good blocking on the edge for Arizona as they get some of that back, and they're down to the 13-yard line where it's going to be a pickup of 3, so it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Arizona from the 13-yard line of Houston.
Cougars use the offensive substitutions as a chance to get some fresh legs out there on defense. Cougs bring in Khalil Lafau. A couple other guys getting some Brandon Mack out there. Fresh pass rushers.
Empty backfield, 3 left, 2 to the right. 3rd down and 5. Arizona from the Houston 13-yard line. Fafita, quick throw, hit, caught, but it's going to be short of the first down, and a penalty marker comes in, and I think we got targeting coming up here as the marker came in from the umpire right as the tackle was made, and see what the official's going to say here. Was it a helmet to helmet? Let's see. Now the umpire and the referee are talking about it at the 14-yard line to our right.
Personal foul. Targeting with the crown of the helmet, number 24, defense.
Wow. That's Rook Brown.
To the goal line, automatic first. The play is under review.
They'll review this as Rook Brown. And Rook Brown has been great today. He has had one of his best games.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I have a feeling they're going to return this. I don't think this is going to stand.
It's just traffic, right? So you're in the middle of the field. They run a quick in, and the receiver is catching the ball, running across the formation, runs right in front of Rook Brown. Rook comes in as the second tackler and kind of hits him up high. But again, I don't know how you can make a hit or tackle there without that exact thing happening.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break while they look at this. 28-14. Cougars on top with 1:16 to go in the third quarter. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing, that hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hey, Cougars fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Houston football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics. Let's go, Cougars! SeatGeek.
Hey, Cougs fans! Ready for good times and colder beer? Head to Little Woodrow's, the official game day HQ of the Houston Cougars. With multiple Houston locations, daily drink specials, and a laid-back vibe, there's no better spot to pregame, post up, or celebrate a big win. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar atmosphere. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for events, promos, and more. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar, your Texas Ice House.
Here is the call, whether or not it's targeting or not. Here we go.
After further review, there's no foul for targeting on the play. The ball is short of the line to gain. It will be fourth down.
So it's fourth downs. The Cougars, I'm not going to say they got a break because I don't think there should have been targeting to begin with. And those replays brought to you by Barbasol, the American original for over 100 years. Better by Barbasol. So Arizona is going to have fourth down and a yard to go for the first down. They're 0 for 1 on fourth down here today. Minute 16 to play in the third quarter. Houston on top 28-14. Arizona going for it on fourth down here. Line of scrimmage is the 8-yard line. They need to get to the Houston 7 for the first down. Kedrick Risano is the running back. Fafita will take this snap from a shotgun formation. Now they switch to a pistol set. Tight end set to the left. Fafita turns and hands it off. Risano has the first down to the 5-yard line. Had a shot at him in the backfield, but Jalen Gardner finally makes the stop, but it's enough for an Arizona first down. So first down goal to go for the Wildcats.
Arizona's been a 67% conversion on their fourth downs, although today's been a little bit different, but you kind of expect them to go for it.
Yeah, 10 for 15 coming into this game. Now 11 for 17 on the season for Arizona. So Arizona first down goal to go from the 5-yard line. This will be the final play of the third quarter. Arizona will work from the right hash mark as they move left to right. Houston on top by 14. Fafita goes under center. And now timeout is called. Didn't like the personnel, and Arizona will be forced to burn a timeout.
And a formation
Arizona,
problem
first
there.
of the half. It will be 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30-second timeout. Which was interesting that you see Fafita, he was going, it didn't look like he wanted to go under center or knew whether he was going to go under center or not. When he finally did, he looked over and knew that he did not have whatever the package was or the personnel package was, and the play clock was running down.
Yeah, they had two tight ends out there. They'd sent him in a late motion, which caused a problem there at the line of scrimmage. And you had a slot receiver over there as well, so they were all sort of bunched up. Again, ideally what you're trying to do is you're trying to run a pass play out of that, but clearly Arizona didn't like what they had.
So now it's going to be first down, first down goal to go. Ball is at the 5-yard line. Ball is on the right hash mark. Left side is the wide side of the field as Arizona down by 14, moving left to right at the end zone to our right. Quincy Craig is the running back. Fafita claps his hands together. It's a direct snap. Craig up the middle, and Craig is hit the 4-yard line and brought down. They ran Fafita out. It was a direct snap to Quincy Craig. Quincy Craig faked the pitch to Fafita, kept it himself, took it up the middle, and picks up 2 yards down to the 3-yard line. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Third quarter that started with a 9-minute and 4-second drive. 17 plays. That's been the scoring here in this first half, or in the third quarter, I should say, and all of the scoring here in the second half. For 3 quarters of play, our score, Houston 28, Arizona 14. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Hey, Cougars fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Houston football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics. Let's go, Cougars! SeatGeek.
Hey, Cougs fans, ready for good times and colder beer? Head to Little Woodrow's, the official game day HQ of the Houston Cougars. With multiple Houston locations, daily drink specials, and a laid-back vibe, there's no better spot to pregame, post up, or celebrate a big win. Enjoy our indoor and outdoor games, sports, and neighborhood bar atmosphere. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for events, promos, and more. Who's Bar? Cougs Bar, your Texas Ice House.
The passion.
He's going to take it to the house. Dinner's cooking. Touchdown.
The fury.
There was flames on that ball.
Speed.
35-40. There he goes. Down the sideline.
Mr. College Football.
For the end zone. Got it for 6 points. You can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. Back in the end zone. 30, 20.
This is the College Football Blitz. Listen all season long on College Sports Now on the Varsity Network.
Now through 3 quarters of play, 28-14, Houston on top. Hey, Kohl's has the styles that spoil them at prices that will spoil you, from jeans and tees to sneakers and more, which means you can do it all without overdoing your budget when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. So the Cougars started the second half with the football. They had a 17-play drive that took 9 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. Kicked it back to Arizona. Arizona possessed it for the final 5:56 of the third quarter, and now that is where Arizona has it right now. Cougars on top, 28-14. Cougars and Arizona, as close as the yardage has been, Cougars with a 14-point lead, but Arizona's actually outgained Houston 317 to 314 on the day. Cougars with 156 yards. Good day on the ground for Houston. 5 penalties, 55 yards for Arizona. Cougars have just been penalized twice for 20 yards. Cougars have 17 first downs. Arizona with 16 first downs. Cougars are 7 of 11, though, on third down. Connor Wigman, 14 of 20, 158 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wigman also 10 carries for 75 yards, the leading ball carrier for the Cougars. And Dean Connors, 10 carries for 53 yards. So Arizona with the ball, first down, make it second down, goal to go from the 3-yard line. As they switch ends of the field, as Arizona will move from right to left at the end zone to our left. Arizona in these cream color uniforms today with red numbers trimmed in navy blue. Red helmets with the Arizona logo with the big cactus on the side of those helmets. Cougars in their white helmets. Red writing on the sides of those helmets, Houston in script. Cougars with red jerseys, red pants, and white numbers. As we are ready to go here in the fourth quarter. Cougars leading at 28-14, but Arizona looking to punch it in here to start the fourth quarter. Ball will be set on the right hash mark. Left side is the wide side of the field. Arizona sends their offensive line up to the line of scrimmage, and they huddle the skill position guys around Noah Fafita, the junior quarterback from Huntington Beach. Fafita will go under center, at least he appears to right now. On second down, goal to go from the 3-yard line. Risano is the single setback. Receiver goes in motion. Spivey from left to right. Fafita sends a man in motion. Jet sweep coming to the near side with blockers in front, trying to get to the edge. Does. Touchdown, Arizona. Got around the edge where the Cougars coaching staff wanted a block, wanted a chop block here on their hold on the near sideline. Didn't get the call as Sam Olsen tackled the defensive back. Man, but it's a touchdown for Arizona on this first play of the fourth quarter. We're back to having a ball game right now.
Cougars are in zone defense, so they're gonna pass along the motion guy. Spivey goes in motion, so really Cougs need to bump that coverage over and get an extra guy over there.
There's a bad missed holding call too on 84. No Olsen. Watch the replay up here in the booth. Here's the point after is up and good. It's a 7-point game. 14:55 to play in the ball game here in Houston. Our score, Houston 28, Arizona 21. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
Does it feel like your current electricity provider is running up the score on your bill? Rhythm Energy is here to change the game. They're bringing good energy to the Cougars with 100% green electricity plans that are easy to understand and simple to manage. No confusing plays, no hidden penalties, just reliable power you can count on. And when you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll score big with $100 in bill credits, a win designed just for Cougars fans. It's time to elevate your energy with Rhythm Energy, where supporting your team also means supporting renewable power for Texas. So don't wait until the clock runs out. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH today to grab this exclusive deal. That's gotrhythm.com/UH. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Houston, I'm attorney Stuart J. Gus. Houston is my hometown, and for 30 years, my team and I have been right here, helping our neighbors who've been hurt in car accidents. We're more than lawyers. We are part of this community. We know how to deal with the insurance companies, and we'll stand by you every step of the way. Together, we are a team. If you're injured in an accident, you can trust Gus. Call 866-TRUST-GUS or visit trustgus.com.
Well, a 90-degree day that feels like it's about 100 here at TD-ECU Stadium. Arizona scoring on its first possession of the second half. Both teams with lengthy drives to start the second half. Cougars started the second half with a 17-play drive. Arizona answered right back with a 13-play, 75-yard drive that took 6 minutes and 1 second off the clock after a 9-minute and 5-second drive for the Cougars, and that is where it stands right now. Here in the fourth quarter, as Houston leading Arizona 28-14, just 5 seconds deep into the fourth quarter, as Arizona scored on the first play of the final 15 minutes of this ball game. And Cougars offense going to have to get right back to work. That 17-play drive, and to Arizona's credit, they needed a big drive from their offense, and they got it, a chance to get that defense off the field for a while, and certainly that was the case.
How wild was that third quarter, though? One possession for the Cougars and one possession for Arizona. That's what college football used to be. 6 possessions per quarter. You remember those games were running 3.5, 4 hours long. It was unbelievable. They obviously changed the rules. They changed the clock. I kind of like the way it's worked out.
Ian Wagner will tee it up for Arizona. Wildcats and Cougars. Arizona looking for its second conference win of the season. They're 1-2 in conference play, 4-2 overall. The Cougars 5-1, looking to become bowl eligible for the first time since 2022. They are 2-1 in Big 12 conference play. Wagner with his foot into it and hits a high, deep kick that'll go through the back of the end zone. It'll come out to the 25-yard line where Connor Wigman and company go to work here. Wigman, big day here today. He's thrown for 3 touchdowns, 14 of 20, 158 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wigman also 10 carries for 75 yards for the Cougars. First and 10 for Houston with the white helmets, the red face masks, red on red with the white numbers today for the Cougars on this homecoming 2025. Dean Connors, the single setback. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for Houston. Wigman takes the snap, hands to Dean Connors. Connors up the middle. Connors biding his time. It's a gain of 5 yards across the 30 out near the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 where Tia Save comes up with the tackle for Arizona. This is an Arizona defense that comes in here. They allow just 18.5 points per game, 15th in the nation, giving up 276 yards per contest. But the Cougars leading at 28-21. Second down and 5 for Houston from their own 30-yard line. Dean Connors running to the right. Dean Connors cuts it up at the 30. 35 has the first down, and he's pushed out of bounds here on the near sideline. And they're looking for a flag, a little extra, and I'm glad they didn't call that. Dalton Johnson made the tackle for Arizona. It's a pickup of 7 and a Cougar first down, and it kind of shoved at the end. Dean Connors fell down, but I don't think there was any intent right there. Dean Connors trying to draw a flag and didn't get it.
Come on, Dean. Dean's a vet.
Okay.
He knows.
First and 10 is a good no call by the officials here, and the linesman on the near side. First down and 10 from the 36. Cougars in their own territory. Wigman will throw deep down the near side for Harvey Broussard, and Broussard makes the catch, and a flag comes down. And a ball was incomplete. I beg your pardon. I thought Broussard was able to make the catch there for a second. It was knocked away at the end, and Aiden Gardens is going to be called, I believe, for pass interference. That's going to be the case.
Pass interference. Number 9, defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So a 15-yard penalty. Arizona certainly has not helped themselves here today. Both of these guys, Broussard had it for a second, and then he couldn't quite hold on. But ball will be set inside Arizona territory at the 49-yard line across the midfield mark. The Cougars working on that U of H red and white painted logo in the midfield. 6 penalties, 70 yards today for Arizona. First down and 10, Houston from the Arizona side of midfield at the 49-yard line. Cozio goes in motion from left to right. Handoff up the middle. They go Butler to the 45. Butler runs into a defender there at the 45 down to the 43-yard line. And then he is pushed back hard. As we're seeing DJ Butler, the sophomore from Mobile, came into this game with just 17 carries, averages 4 yards per, picks up 6 on that first down run.
Wow, just hard running. I mean, look, this is what this game has turned into right now. Is you've got 2 defensive lines that are just gassed. Absolutely, this Arizona defense has got to be wiped out right now.
Second down, 4 for Houston from the Arizona 43-yard line. Cougars leading 28-21. Handoff, Dean Connors up the middle to the second level to the 40 to the 35, and he's down to the 30-yard line. He was hit at the 35, bounced off a tackler there, and he's down to the 30. And the Cougars running the ball right now with a great deal of success.
Just pounding it right now. Absolutely pounding it at the line of scrimmage. Again, you got to take advantage of this. This is where your off-season conditioning. You know, you hear these stories all the time, but it's so true. This is why you got to work, take care of. The players have to take care of themselves. They got to get their rest. They got to be in shape when these games come in.
13 yards on the run to the 30-yard line of Arizona. 2 backs in the formation, and they hand it off. This time, Jamarian Burnett, he is submarined at the line of scrimmage and falls forward maybe for a gain of a yard from Jamarian Burnett. Again, the Cougars playing today without Stacy Snead. Max Harris there to make the ankle-high tackle, and a short gain on the play by about the nose of a football is about all he picked up. We'll call it no gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10 for Houston.
Arizona's trying to crowd the box. They're trying to drop an extra guy in the box right now because they're not stopping the Cougar running game with 4 or 5 in the box.
1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left, second down and 9, Houston from the Arizona 29-yard line. Pressure comes, Wigman gets away from it, gets rid of the football. Jamarian Burnett's incomplete. It's behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. So, yeah, there was contact made, and the ball goes incomplete as Max Harris was there to put the pressure on Connor Wigman. And that ball is now going to be a third down and 9 as the ball is set just inside the 30-yard line.
Boy, just 1 yard over the line of scrimmage is the difference there.
Yep. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Harvey Broussard, the single receiver to the right. Dean Connor stays in at running back. On third down and 9 for Houston. From the 29-yard line, Wigman back to pass in Arizona territory, batted down at the line of scrimmage, and it was up in the air for a moment as Genesis Smith came on the safety blitz. He knocked it down. The Cougars are going to have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Genesis Smith coming on that bear blitz. He plays that. It's kind of a nickel player. He's coming on blitz from the edge there and knows he can't get to Connor Wigman. So what does he do? He gets up in the air and bats down that pass.
So Ethan Sanchez, after 4 field goals last week against Oklahoma State, the Pac-12 Special Teams Player of the Week for the second week this season. This will be a 38-yard, make it a 48-yard attempt. It is on its way. It is short, and it is no good. Hit the base of the upright or the goalpost, and it's no good. So the Cougars come up empty on that drive. Missing is Ethan Sanchez for just the 3rd time this season, and also snaps a streak of 8 consecutive field goals made. So the Cougars will turn it over as Arizona will get it back. A timeout on the field, 11 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Arizona gets it back, trailing by 7. Our score, Houston 28, Arizona 21. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
A smooth, close Barbasol shave in the morning lifts your confidence. That rich, creamy lather will catapult you to greatness. Nothing can stop you today. Well, except that traffic jam. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
It's time for the annual Team Impact All-In 5K. Join Team Impact on October 19th and help support their mission to create a world where every child facing serious illness and disability feels supported by something bigger, and every collegiate team is transformed by a greater purpose. Remember, there's no wrong way to 5K. Run, walk, or roll a 5K in your neighborhood, at your local college campus, or join one of Team Impact's hub locations. Join the movement to get all kids in the game. Team Impact. All in, all together. Learn more at teamimpact.org/all-in5K.
Well, if you got a big trip on the horizon, the parking spot gets you going faster. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking. When you book online, you save money and are guaranteed a spot. We'll pick you up at the trunk of your car in the yellow and black spotted shuttles, help you with your bags, and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at the parking spot. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot today. Ethan Sanchez, who had been so good all season long, I don't know if he just mishit that or not, but the ball basically a 48-yarder. He's been good from 53 for a career long, and he has hit from 52 this season, but that one never was close. As a matter of fact, it hit the base of the goalpost. It barely got to the end of the end zone. Let's go down and check in with Jeremy Branham. Jeremy?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of wind, but there is a little one, maybe 10, 15 miles per hour. It's more of a crosswind, but if it was in his face or at his back, it was a little more in his face. I'm with you, though. I don't think he got all of it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And so now the Cougar defense is going to have to come up big. Something they have not been able to do here in this second half is Arizona scoring on its only possession of the second half as Noah Fifita brings his offensive unit out onto the field. Cougars outscored 14-7 in the first quarter, then came back and outscored Arizona 14-0 in the second, leading at 28-21 right now. As Arizona with the football at the 30-yard line. Arizona at its own 30-yard line with the red headgear, cream on cream uniforms with the red numbers trimmed in blue. Cougars with the white helmets, the red on red with the white numbers. Noah Fifita stands in a shotgun formation, claps his hands together twice, takes the snap, looking right, now being pressured, tries to roll out. He'll get away, get to the 30-yard line, slides ahead to the 34-yard line where he is hit hard there at the 34-yard line as Noah Fifita picks up 3 on the play. It'll be up 2nd down and 7 coming up as Rook Brown and LaTravian McCutcheon team up to make the tackle for the Cougars.
That's the problem that Noah Fifita delivers to a defense is, you gotta keep an eye on him if you're playing man defense. Man to man is where quarterbacks can scramble.
Pick up a 3, 2nd down and 7. Arizona from its 33-yard line. Handoff running to the right side into the secondary again to the 40, and a flag comes down. You're going to get a holding penalty coming up here against Arizona. It's going to be big number 55, Chubba Ma'ai.
Holding. Number 55, offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
Yeah, 6'2", 350 pounds, kind of hard to hide.
Chubba.
He is from Long Beach, California. So that 10-yard penalty will back it up. And it'll be repeat 2nd down, but they'll back it up to the 23-yard line where Arizona will scrimmage. 2nd down and 17. So 2nd and 17, Arizona. The line to make is the 40. 2nd and 17, Arizona 23-yard line. Houston on top, 28-21. Cougars leading it by 7 with 10.5 minutes to play in the ball game. Noah Fifita awaits the snap. takes the snap, looking over the middle. Fafita wants to run now. He'll throw it. It's caught on the far sideline. Missed tackle there, and enough for the first down. That's going to be a pickup of 17, make it 18 yards on the far sideline to the 41-yard line, and a first down as Latravion McCutcheon was trying to put the pressure on, and then he couldn't quite hold on, and it's a pickup of 18 yards.
That angle of pursuit there, you always got to aim off of his low or inside hip. That's where they're going to try to put a juke on you. That way, if they spin towards you, then you've got them. If they try to go to the outside, they hit the out of bounds marker.
Right, so first down and 10 for Arizona. The ball is at the Arizona 41-yard line as Arizona moves right to left, trailing by 7 here in the fourth quarter. Fake the handoff, roll it out to the right, caught there, but hit behind the line of scrimmage and knocked down. Rook Brown, Latravion McCutcheon got there first. Rook Brown was able to finish him off along with Brandon Mack. That's the end of the line for Javin Watley and a loss of a couple of yards.
Another big play by number 25, Rook Brown. 24, Rook Brown does a great job. Again, kind of not a safety, but not a cornerback, right? So he plays that position that the Cougars calls the star position, and he is a lot like a nickel back, having to make plays sideline to sideline.
2nd and 12, Arizona at its own 39-yard line. Cougars lead by 7. Pressure comes, back to pass again, throws over the middle. It's caught there, wide open at the 45-yard line, turns up field, and tackled at the 46-yard line. Has found the tight end, just standing right over the middle, Sam Olsen. That's a pickup of 8 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 4 here for Arizona. Beg your pardon, it was Cameron Barmore, senior from Panama, New York, making the catch for the Wildcats. So now the Cougars see if they can dial something up here because they need a big play defensively. It's going to be 3rd down and 4 from the Arizona 47-yard line. 8:45 to play in the ball game. Houston with a 7-point lead, 28-21. Noah Fafita with the snap. Here's the throw, near side. It is caught, 49-yard line, and brought down immediately. This is going to be short of the first down, and they got a generous spot here.
Wow.
But it's still going to be 4th down coming up for Arizona. It'll be 4th down and less than a yard to go as Rook Brown again makes the tackle. It's a pickup of 7 yards, and it's time now for a 4th down. Ball is just across midfield. It's about 4th and about a half yard to go for the first down. See if they bring Risano in at running back. Nope, it won't be Risano. It'll be Quincy Craig. He's listed at 5'10", 195, but they go with an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the right, tight end set to the right, 2 to the left, and now a timeout is called by Houston.
Yeah, I was going to see a little quarterback run there. Probably, the Cougars were trying to get lined up at the line of scrimmage, take up all the gaps there. Probably run a,
They're first of the half.
Looked like they were going to try to run Tito there.
Okay, so a timeout with 4 minutes, make it 7 minutes and 48 seconds to play in the ball game. Timeout on the field. Our score, Houston 28, Arizona 21. This is Cougar football from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Big trip on the horizon? The parking spot gets you going faster. The parking spot is a simpler, easier way to navigate airport parking. When you book online, you save money and are guaranteed a spot. We'll pick you up at your trunk in our yellow and black spotted shuttles, help you with your bags, and take you straight to the terminal. Parking and saving come full circle at the parking spot. Get going faster with the parking spot. Visit theparkingspot.com to reserve your spot. Use promo code SPOT24 to save on your reservation today.
This is Willie Fritz, head coach of the Houston Cougars and proud TDECU member. Representing Space City means having a strong team on and off the field. TDECU is the trusted financial partner for U of H and the Houston community, offering tools that help you grow from game day to every day. Apply to become a member today at tdecu.org/UH. Insured by NCUA, membership required.
Coug fans, if you've been hurt in a car accident, you can trust Gus to fight for you. For over 30 years, attorney Stuart J. Gus and his team have been helping Houstonians just like you stand up to insurance companies and get every dollar they deserve. They know Houston, they know the law, and they stand by you every step of the way. So if you need help, call 866-TRUST-GUS or visit trustgus.com for a free consultation. Principal office, Houston, Texas. I'm Calvin Eschenfelder, Ted Pardee with you here in the booth on a steamy day here in Houston, Texas. Jeremy Branham down on the sideline. It has been one of those days today. Cougars led it 28-14 at one point. Now Arizona scoring on their first possession of the second half to make it 28-21. And here we are in the fourth quarter with 7:48 to play in the fourth quarter. And the Cougars holding on to that 28-21 lead, but Arizona will have a fourth down and about a half yard to go for a first down. It'll be about the length of two footballs for a first down.
Well, you gotta figure out what are the weapons. We know that Fafita is a huge weapon over there. If I'm putting my money on somebody, I'm putting it on him.
All right, so here we go. Fourth down. And about a foot and a half to go for the first down. 4th and 1. Arizona on fourth down today, 1 for 2. They've been good this season on fourth down. Cougars have been great holding opponents on fourth down. 4th and less than a yard from the 49-yard line of Houston. Fafita takes the snap. They hand it off. Has the first down. Not by much, but he has the first down as they push the pile into Houston territory to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of a yard and a half on the play. And Arizona's drive will continue with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to play. We are at the midway point of the fourth quarter. Halfway point of the season. Actually starting the back half of the season here today. Well, nothing goes by faster than Christmas holidays and college football
seasons. I mean, really.
So first down at 10 for Arizona. Cougars on top, 28-21. First down at 10 from the Houston 48-yard line. From the left hash mark, Fafita sends his man in motion from left to right. Back to pass, plenty of time. Guns it over the middle. It's caught on the run at the 40-yard line, but hit by Jalen Garner and brought down immediately as Sam Olsen, the tight end. It's going to be a pickup of 8 yards for Arizona as they continue to be able to protect that quarterback. And when you protect him, he'll pick you apart. Right now, he's doing a pretty good job against that Houston defense right now.
Yeah, he's always able to find the open man, and right there, you know, Jalen Garner has good coverage there. But again, it's a catch that you've got to stop.
So Brandon Mack in, Latravian McCutcheon out on the substitution. It's 2nd down and 2 for Arizona. Cougs would love to get a turnover here. Leading at 28-21. Back to pass again for Fafita. Fafita steps up again and throws, and it's caught at the 30, 25, and down to the 22-yard line. They find the tight end once again, Sam Olsen, and it's another Arizona first down. Jalen Garner and C.J. Douglas teaming up to make the tackle. Right now, you just can't get any pressure on the quarterback right now. When you do, he's able to get away, and Noah Fafita, that's a pickup of 15 yards.
Well, the Cougars are a little fearful of going with blitz. The times where they've been able to put pressure is when they get a blitz.
So this time first down and 10 for Arizona. They're at the Houston 21-yard line, just outside the red zone. Fafita looking to throw, wants to go deep on the near side, and it is incomplete, but it's an interference call coming up against Houston, and Arizona's going to have this. This is either going to be whether they throw this outside. This will be a break for the Cougars if this is outside the end zone, but it's an interference call coming up against the Cougars as Will James was on that island here on this near side.
Pass interference. Number 15, defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
So the ball is moved inside. See where they spot it. They're going to spot this ball at the 4-yard line. So it'll be first down, goal to go. They spotted at the 6.
Yeah, that was Spivey one-on-one.
Yep. First down, goal to go from the 6-yard line. Cougars holding on to a tenuous 7-point lead, 28-21 with 5:40 to play in the ball game. Fafita looking to throw. Fafita throws out to the left, and it is knocked away, and a flag comes in on Latravian McCutcheon. There's going to be another pass interference as Latravian McCutcheon put his left hand up, knocked the ball away, but I believe he had some of the receiver with his right.
Pass interference.
That's a tight one right there.
You got that right.
Well, you know,
Foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
So the ball's placed at the 2 since the penalty was in the end zone.
The refs started calling them early, very tight. You know, the Cougs got a pass interference early in the game that was pretty tight. So they kind of established that they're not going to put up with any funny business out there between the DBs and the wide receivers. And this is where it kind of gets you.
So Arizona first down, goal to go at the 2-yard line. Ricino is the running back. Big Caden Luke is the fullback. I formation, handoff, Ricino. Ricino runs right into a defender. Ricino back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. May have actually lost a yard. Cougar defense was right there. Guess who? Carlos Allen. Sometimes he is unblockable. That was the case right there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down, goal to go from the 2.
Yeah, he just absolutely sheds his blocker and then gets right to the ball carrier. Ricino has nowhere to go. When you get one guy unblocked like that, it breaks the whole play down.
We'll cross the 5-minute mark on this play right here. Again, an I formation. The fullback is Caden Luke. Ricino is the tailback. From the 2-yard line on second and goal, handoff Ricino. Ricino fights into the end zone, touchdown Arizona. And the Wildcats are a point after away from tying this game and scoring 14 unanswered points.
Well, you know, Arizona, they ran away from Carlos Allen. They decide Carlos Allen's lined up on the left side of the offensive line, and Arizona, rightly so, they run away from him. They're like, we don't want any more of that.
So the point after and a chance to tie this game. Off the foot of Michael Salgado Medina is up, and it's good. Well, we got a ball game, 4 minutes and 48 seconds to play in this game as the Cougars and Arizona Wildcats are tied at 28. Now it's going to be up to the Cougar offense to try to get something going. We'll take our final break at the 2-minute timeout as we will keep it right here despite the television timeout. 10 plays, 70 yards, 6 minutes, 52 seconds off the clock as the Cougars and Arizona. Cougars have had 344 yards of total offense. Arizona 381. Connor Wigman's going to have to come up with a drive right here as Arizona led this game 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. Cougars had a 21-14 lead at halftime, led it 28-14 at the end of the third quarter, but Arizona with 14 unanswered points here in the fourth quarter has tied this game at 28-28. Noah Fafita is 24 for 26 in the passing department. 269 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Connor Wigman, 14 of 22 for the Cougars, 158 yards. He has thrown 3 touchdown passes. Dean Connors, 13 carries, 77 yards, leading ball carrier just ahead of Connor Wigman, and Wigman 10 carries for 75 yards. Tanner Koziel, the leading pass catcher for the Cougars. He's got 6 receptions for 40 yards. Amari Thomas, 4 catches, 69 yards, including a 52-yard touchdown reception. But the Cougar offense going to have to come up with a big drive right here as they will try to possess the football and maybe run some of this clock down as well and set themselves up in a position here to walk this one off, possibly. 28-28 is the score, but first things first, they got to move the football.
Well, that last offensive series was really kind of a disappointment, especially as the Cougars get 1st and 10, and then they end up with, 4th down. They send the kicker out there, and they can't convert to points. I think that could be, hopefully that doesn't become sort of the linchpin of the game, but the Cougs have got to get back into a rhythm offensively. They cannot afford to do a 3-and-out right here. They've got to put a nice drive together. This is what you practice. You got a 4-minute drill practice. You've got a 2-minute drill. So right now they need to click into 4-minute drill mode and really kill the clock.
Yeah, Arizona's had the ball twice in the second half. They have scored touchdowns on both of those drives here in the second half. The Cougars, they've had it once. They will try to run this clock down and put together a drive right here because they'll get the ball back with 4 minutes and 48 seconds to play in this ball game. Cougars with 2 timeouts remaining. when they get this football back. So 2 timeouts left for the Cougars with 4:48 to play, including the 2-minute timeout as well. As Mekhi Muse goes back deep. Mekhi Muse to our left. He and Jaquise Martin back deep for the Cougars to our left. And we have not seen a return here today.
This is where you want to see a good return, put that Cougar offense in a position to get started.
So Arizona kicking from right to left. Ian Wagner puts his foot into it. 28-28 is our score. And Wagner will hit this one through the back of the end zone. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Cougars go first down and 10. Connor Wigman, the junior from Bridgeland, brings his offensive unit onto the field. 14 for 22, 158 yards in the passing department. 10 carries, 75 yards on the ground. As the Cougar offense looking to come up big here. First down and 10, Houston from the 25-yard line. Wigman will stand in a shotgun formation. Now they'll go with a pistol set as Dean Connors stands behind the quarterback, Connor Wigman. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now they go boxcar left. Connors on the run. Connors spins across the first man. He gets across the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line for Dean Connors, a pickup of 6. First contact's not going to bring him down, and that was not the case right there, as he was able to spin ahead for a gain of, call it a gain of 5 yards. Traden Stukes making the tackle for Arizona as the Cougars now face a second down and 5 from the 30-yard line. Cougars in their own territory, 28-28, 4:20 to play in the ballgame. Back to pass, Wigman, quick throw. It is caught there at the 35-yard line, and a Cougar first down. That is Kobe Young with his first catch of the day. Just his second catch of the season for Kobe Young. He's out to the 36-yard line where Marquise Groves Killebrew makes the tackle for Arizona, and the Cougars pick up 6 and a first down.
Well, great job there by Kobe Young, securing the catch and getting to the first down marker. Great pass.
2 receivers to either side. First down and 10, Houston. From their own 36-yard line. Dean Connors, the running back. They hand it to Dean Connors, running left. Connors around the corner. Has the first down at the far sideline, and he is up a gain of 10 yards out near the marker. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 43-yard line, so it's going to be a pickup of 7. As he stepped out of bounds on that far sideline, but still a pickup of 7 yards for Dean Connors, and the Cougars staying ahead of the chains right now. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I mean, that's what the Cougars have done so dominantly, especially the second half, is that they have made sure that they were ahead of the chains going into second down. Gives you so many more options.
Cougars 2nd and 3 from their own 43-yard line. Mari Thomas goes in motion left to right. Wigman will keep it himself. Stands the first down. Wigman at midfield and dives inside Arizona territory at the 48-yard line. Connor Wigman. Dalton Johnson makes the tackle, but Connor Wigman with another big run for the Cougars. That's a pickup of 8 more yards.
Connor Wigman is confident and patient as that quarterback run play builds. He doesn't hit the hole quickly. He's patient and hits it right when it's ready.
1st and 10, Houston from the Arizona 49-yard line. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to play in the ballgame. 28-28 is the score. Turn and hand it to Dean Connors, running to the right. Connors around the corner, hit there at the 45 and pushed out of bounds on the near sideline. He able to step out of an ankle-high tackle and then moves ahead to the 45, but is there a marker down? Nope.
Trying to figure out what the spot is.
They're going to say, well, they're going to say clock will continue to run here at 2:25. This will be final play before the 2-minute timeout, I believe. 28-28 the score. 2nd down and 6 for Houston from the 45. Here comes pressure off the edge. Wigman around the corner, gets a block, and he dives past the 40-yard line for a Cougar first down. It was a head-first dive, so give him the yardage. They'll stop the clock, set the chains at the 38-yard line, and the Cougars will let it count down to the 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Well, you didn't believe me? 2 minutes left in this ball game. 28-28, the score. Houston and Arizona. The final 2 minutes, the conclusion when we come back. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
It's time for the annual Team Impact All-In 5K. Join Team Impact on October 19th and help support their mission to create a world where every child facing serious illness and disability feels supported by something bigger, and every collegiate team is transformed by a greater purpose. Remember, there's no wrong way to 5K. Run, walk, or roll a 5K in your neighborhood, at your local college campus, or join one of Team Impact's hub locations. Join the movement to get all kids in the game. Team Impact. All in, all together. Learn more at teamimpact.org/allin5K.
Does it feel like your current electricity provider is running up the score on your bill? Rhythm Energy is here to change the game. They're bringing good energy to the Cougars with 100% green electricity plans that are easy to understand and simple to manage. No confusing plays, no hidden penalties, just reliable power you can count on. And when you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll score big with $100 in bill credits, a win designed just for Cougars fans. It's time to elevate your energy with Rhythm Energy, where supporting your team also means supporting renewable power for Texas. So don't wait until the clock runs out. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH today to grab this exclusive deal. That's gotrhythm.com/UH. Terms and conditions apply.
Two-minute timeout here at TDECU Stadium as the Cougars and Arizona Wildcats are tied at 28. Hey, SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of University of Houston. Cougars on the road next week. They travel to Tempe to take on the Arizona State Sun Devils. Arizona State and Texas Tech going at it here today as that one being played in Tempe, with the Cougars trying to take care of business right now against this Arizona Wildcat team. Tied at 28 as it stands right now. Houston, a chance to try to milk some of this clock, but they still got some work to do to get into field goal range. We'll remind you, our next game here at home at TDECU Stadium, we will welcome in the month of November. November 1st, the Mountaineers of West Virginia come to town. Tickets available. And again, SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of University of Houston Athletics. Cougars first down and 10 for Houston. The ball is at the Arizona 38-yard line. 28-28 is our score. Connor Wigman stands in a shotgun formation. Arizona walks up a linebacker. Now they back out of that. Wigman claps his hands together, takes the handoff, and they hand it off to Dean Connors up the middle, and Connors fights down. Forward progress just shy of the 35-yard line as he is tackled there. Arizona's going to call a timeout. Stop the clock here with 1:53 to play.
Timeout. Arizona, their second of the half. It will be...
It'll be what?
Clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1:55.
There you go.
1:55.
So the ball is just shy of the 35. Right as of right now, you're looking at a 52-yard field goal, 53-yard field goal, which would match Ethan Sanchez's career long. Not much of a wind blowing here today. The tabs on top of the uprights are just fluttering a little bit. And if anything, they may be fluttering a little bit from left to right.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So ball will be at the right hash mark right now. It's second down and 7. So Arizona taking that timeout here. Arizona will have, they have now taken 2 timeouts. So they have 1 remaining. Cougars would love nothing better than, forget about the field goal, love nothing better here than get into the end zone. But they got a long way to go here as they have first make it second down and 7. Second and 7 for Houston from the Arizona 35-yard line, just outside the 35 as the ball is set between the 36 and the 35-yard line. Cougars moving left to right. 28-28 is our score. Late in the fourth quarter. Connor Wigman takes the snap. Wigman will keep it himself, running up the middle. Wigman he drives down to the 30-yard line, and now Arizona's going to call another timeout as he picks up 5 more yards. It's third down and 2 coming up here for the Cougars.
Arizona, their final timeout of the half.
So that is
full timeout.
As you heard, it's going to be a full timeout here, so Arizona will take that final timeout. Cougars at 5-1, 3 and make it 2-1 in conference play. Arizona looking to right the ship here as they are 4-2, trying to bounce back from a loss last week to BYU. They are 1-2 in conference play. Willie Fritz also, if they can win this one today, will get over 500 in his tenure at the University of Houston. 9-9 right now for Willie Fritz. We talked about it before, but the job that he has done in his 6 head coaching jobs in his first year, 34-33-1 in his first year. In his second year, 51-18. Looking to seal the deal in this one here, but still a lot of work to do. Minute 50 left in the ball game. 28-28 is our score. Cougars with a 3rd down and 2. Nose of the football right at the Arizona 30-yard line. Looking at about a 47-yard attempt right now if you're thinking about a field goal. But still, Cougars with a lot of work left and still a lot of time left on the clock as well. Wigman keeps it himself, has the first down as Connor Wigman hit hard, but it's enough for a Cougar first down on the quarterback power, and I do mean power. And Connor Wigman paid the price on that one as well. He was nailed at the end of that run.
Yeah, it looked like he took a shot right on his right shoulder as he gets across the boundary there. Are they saying it's 4th down? Oh, no, they got first down.
They got a first down. First down and 10 for Houston. Now the ball is at the 27-yard line as Wigman takes the snap again, hands it to Dean Connors. Connors up the middle, and Connors into the sea of humanity there at the 26-yard line and is tackled there at the 26 with a minute 20. 80 seconds remaining in this ball game. The ball set right in between the hash marks as Houston with the football at the 27-yard line of Arizona. Call it officially the 26. When they snap this football, there will be under 60 seconds remaining in this ball game. 28-28 is our score. Wigman with Dean Connors in a pistol formation set behind him. Wigman now sends Dean Connors ahead. They hand it off to Connors, and Connors down inside the 25-yard line, down to the 23. And Cougars got a huge break right there because he was not set.
There's
Dean Connors, and there's a flag. Yeah, it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. This is going to back it up. Dean Connors was not set. And the Cougar fans not going to like this, but it's right. And Willie Fritz is pointing at the other bench saying, why do you call it now? Well, because it was a penalty is what it was.
Absolutely.
And so the Cougars, it's going to back the Cougars up 5 more yards. And that's big right there.
That's a bad penalty to get at this point in the game right now.
The 2 things you couldn't have, one was a penalty and one's a negative play.
And if you don't realize how hot it is out here, look at all the players on both sides, guys with arms on their hips.
Whoa, wait a minute. Gunnar Koziel's pointing at the Wildcats side of things. Here we go.
There's no foul for illegal motion on the play.
I don't know how there's no foul, so they called no penalty on the play. Clearly, Dean Connors was clearly not set when that ball was snapped.
Well, he was moving towards the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. You can't do that unless you're in Canada.
In Canada, it's great. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. 3rd down and 7 for Houston. 3rd and 7 from the 24-yard line. Cougars in Arizona territory at the 24. 43 seconds left. Our score, Houston 28, Arizona 28. Ball right between the hash marks as the Cougars trying to win it right here. Connor Wigman stands in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wigman hands it off Dean Connors up the middle, and Connors just kind of burrowing his way through. No gain on the play, so here it comes down to a 4th down, and the Cougars will let the clock run down. They're probably going to call a timeout here with about 2 seconds left in this ball game. It's going to come down to the foot of Ethan Sanchez. Now the Cougars call timeout with 3 seconds remaining.
Timeout. Houston, their second of the half. It'll be a full timeout.
So a full timeout here as the Cougars take the timeout. Ethan Sanchez already with a game winner this season. That was at Oregon State in overtime. He'll look to win it here today for the Cougars, as the Cougars and Arizona Wildcats are tied at 28. Well, they called it a full timeout, but it won't be a full timeout.
That's what it's all about right here. If you're a kicker, you live for this right here.
Ethan Sanchez, 14 for 17 on the season. This will be a 41-yard attempt at the goalpost to our right. Jacob Garza, the snap. Jake Sock the hold. Kick on its way for the win. It is good! And the Cougars win it. They walk it off. 31-28, the final score as the Cougars beat the Arizona Wildcats to go to 6-1 on the season and 3-1 in Big 12 conference play. And the Cougars bowl eligible for the first time since 2022. What a way to end it.
Huge kick. Huge kick by Money Sanchez. We call him Money for a reason. He is nothing but clutch when you got to have it happen. He is the man. What a kick.
What a kick. What a game. And the Cougars get the win here on homecoming. We'll take a break. The postgame show, the Bud Light postgame show, comes your way next as the Cougars win at 31-28, the final score. This is Houston Cougar football from Learfield.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field! Oh, it's gone!
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Does it feel like your current electricity provider is running up the score on your bill? Rhythm Energy is here to change the game. They're bringing good energy to the Cougars with 100% green electricity plans that are easy to understand and simple to manage. No confusing plays, no hidden penalties, just reliable power you can count on. And when you sign up for their Go Cougs 12 plan, you'll score big with $100 in bill credits, a win designed just for Cougars fans. It's time to elevate your energy with Rhythm Energy, where supporting your team also means supporting renewable power for Texas. So don't wait until the clock runs out. Go to gotrhythm.com/UH today to grab this exclusive deal. That's gotrhythm.com/UH. Terms and conditions apply.
This is relief. This is personal. Chiropractic care that starts with an understanding of your specific needs and goals. This is easy. Open evenings and weekends, and you can walk in anytime. Really easy. With regular visits costing less than a typical copay. No insurance needed. This is The Joint Chiropractic. Find your relief at a location near you.
From Learfield on the Houston Sports Network, this has been Houston Cougar Football, brought to you by SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Houston Athletics, and by Coca-Cola. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Coca-Cola. This is the Bud Light postgame show, presented by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Once again, here's Kevin Eschenfelder.
Back here at TD ECU Stadium, a thriller of a win today as the Cougars knock off Arizona. They win it today 31-28 on Ethan Sanchez. Walk-off game winner to get the job done here today for the Cougars. And boy, this is a great way to get things rolling as the Cougars pick up their 6th win of the season. Let's go down on the field and check in with Jeremy Branham. Jeremy.
Coach, you get this one at the buzzer, 31-28 over Arizona. Ethan Sanchez missed his first kick. You had the confidence, of course, to go with him for that second kick. No choice there. But what can you say about Ethan Sanchez on that game winner after missing one earlier?
Well, we feel good about him. You know, that was a shoot. He was right on the first one, the one he missed, just a couple yards short. I think we had about 7 more yards. I think we're on the 23 as opposed to the 30, and so we felt pretty good about it. He's just money. He's a clutch guy, and hell, we're going to put it in his hands.
232 yards on the ground today. What impressed you about your ability to run the ball against an Arizona defense? Been pretty good.
I just thought we got bodies on bodies. I thought the offensive line, tight ends, receivers downfield, and then the backs. They're running behind our frickin' pads. Connor did a good job. Both Dean Connors and Connor Wigman of running behind their freaking pads. So great job.
I know it's not necessarily one of your goals to become bowl eligible, but you did 6-1 through 7 games. What does it say about this program and your team that you're able to accomplish this 7 weeks into the season?
Well, we're happy about that, man. There's not very many teams. I bet you there's 20, 30 teams that are bowl eligible right now. But that's not our main goal, but that is one of them.
Congrats, Coach.
Thank you. Go Cougs.
It's Willie Fritz, guys.
Gotta love it, man. That was one heck of a way to put a capper on homecoming, and now you get a chance to enjoy the rest of the day and some college football, but we certainly enjoyed this one here today.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of ways to look at the game. This was a well-coached game by the Houston Cougars. They managed the clock incredibly well. I'll stand by this. Nobody